for somewhere.
Now for actual real.
Peak content,
Yo,
real
King
green
D
tea. Okay.
So high.
I'm gonna say it right now. This is a minus 0.5. I said this is a
Yeah, I
minus
agree.
0.5.
I agree. I totally agree. Yeah.
Okay, I don't even think this one needs super hard explanation. That it's literally just Mario has really good frame data. He has pretty solid hitboxes. Back air is good. Nair is good. All his hitboxes are just good in general. He doesn't struggle super hard to hit us while we're crouching. Nair's a good landing option on top of us if we're crouching. The reason it's like a little bit bad is Mario just has nice pressure, I feel like. And
yeah, I also feel like landing against Mario is like funny difficult at times, especially in like Smashville type stages.
yeah, I
It's just
agree.
so hard to land against Mario. Yeah.
But like it's really close to being even. I just think Mario has a slight edge in just being able to like have decent kill power and have decent options against us. And his up
I
out
agree.
shield can be annoying at times even. I think
Yeah,
his
actually,
up out
if the
shield is
Mario is
slightly
like
annoying.
good, I agree. If the Mario is good at using just like a bit of shield out of some pressure situations, in particular, like if you like miss a spare, I think it can be like pretty annoying to deal with at times.
And if you just land on top of him, he can just up you out of shield for free as well.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's true.
The thing that makes it kind of nice for Kirby is like we can just up tilt him if he tries to aerial approach us.
Yeah, he's also like not great at dealing with fire, I feel.
Yeah, he's
Like-
not great at dealing with us in the ground.
Yeah, and I also like he's not particularly hard. Like he's not easy, but he's not like hard to edgeguard, hard to juggle, hard to combo. Like he's pretty comfortable to fight. And again, I feel like Kirby can like just fair and up tilt around Mario, and it kind of works, you know.
I agree. Ooh, DK. I think this
That's
is
a weird
even.
one, actually.
I think this is either.
I think-
throughout the game, I think DK
I think
is
it's even.
still even-ish. I think. You know
Yeah,
what? I
think it's
agree.
even.
You know what? I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I think DK
Because,
Kirby
like,
is even.
A lot of time I've got like being asked like, isn't DK like a super good matchup? Like you just combo him to death, and like yeah, you combo him to death, but he also kills you at fucking 50, and his hitboxes are so big, and you cannot land. And so that's rough, but you can combo him to death. Like that is pretty good, you know. And
The
yeah,
thing is,
basically.
yeah, like exactly what you said. We like deal 70 against him, 80 against him from like just hitting
Yeah.
him. But then like it's low key hard to deal with his F tilt and down tilt, which are just like long disjointed moves, specifically F tilt's disjointed. So that's annoying to deal with. DK's just good at like keeping people out essentially because he has his hitboxes are just really good. And then
no,
yeah,
I
like you said, you
totally
died at
agree.
60.
Yeah, disadvantage is also like scary. Neutral is like it's not that bad. Like
Neutral's
it
not
could
that
be worse, but
bad,
it's
yeah.
not. Yeah, but it's not great. So I think even is like a fair spot for DK.
I think I'm gonna say this. I think the scariest part is low key being in the corner. I hate being in the corner against DK. Because then
Yeah,
he just faces
or
his
also-
ass towards you and starts back airing.
Yeah, yeah, and fair isn't like a true punish. So you have to know like, okay, should I fair and like risk getting punished, or just like grab and get like touch or something and just get like grabbed in ding dongs and die at 60%.
Exactly. You always have to think about positioning where you are as well. Like if I'm at 60 and I'm at ding dong range, I don't want to ever be underneath a platform or right next to a platform. I want to be like I want to be at center stage. I want to be in center stage.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think DK is a pretty even matchup, all things considered.
I agree. And then Link.
This one's like I honestly haven't played it excessively much, like especially against good players. I could argue with like probably even or
I think it's even or
I don't
like
know.
slightly like minus 0.5. I'm between
yeah, I
these
agree.
two.
I agree. Like it feels weird putting him in even, but I also would like I don't know if it's bad enough to be like minus 0.5. You know, like I think like
I
it's
know
pretty
what you
alright.
mean. I think this matchup is really weird.
Yeah, Yeah, like because it's pretty easy to combo. Like our advantage is like in general it's good enough. Like we can edge guard good enough. We can juggle good enough. Like obviously neutral can be a little annoying, but it's not that bad. His auto shield isn't that great.
It's just hero spin, but like hero spin is really high commitment, honestly, for an up B out of shield.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's that bad, but mainly I just haven't fought like many like good Link, and the ones that I fought I feel like it isn't like I would put it on even, but I feel like I just don't know just how overwhelming Link can be.
We can kind of put it at even. I think Link has really good pressure.
Fair.
I think he has good moves. I think we are able to deal with it not like slightly better than the other Links, because like a lot of his stuff is just slower and laggier compared to the other Links. I think his moves being bigger is fine, actually, because all his moves are just laggier, like I said. That's how they kind of compensated for the fact that his moves hit so much larger than Young Link and Toon Link.
Yeah, and he also needs to play like a game and nerfs, like he obviously nerfs a lot more than the other Links. Yeah, but that's actually kind of good because like he needs to brawl more often, which we like, and we can parry and we can like out of shield turn around grab and stuff. So it's actually not that hard.
I think dealing with his Nair isn't that bad as well. Because like I said, I just up tilted. I like whenever I see like Link in the air, I don't like try and go for a parry. I just wait for them and I like up tilt them.
Yeah, I feel like I think Link isn't that bad.
I think
even is a fair placement.
I think Bomb is a little annoying.
Yeah, and sometimes we just like can't edge guard.
Exactly.
People, like too high. Yeah.
Exactly. Alright, I like it. Ooh, the samosas.
Okay, so last time
you put them in -2. I'm going to start here. It's -1.5.
I changed my mind. I think I just was a bit too much of a doomer about them. But I think Samus is a -1.5.
Did you see my set against Icy Mist? The game like 15 set.
I felt like I learned a lot from watching that, and then like a few weeks ago I think I fought Caesar in the JeJaCord, and I just felt like super solid, and I thought, holy shit, maybe this matchup isn't like that bad, you know? And yeah, in Hail is obviously like super important. Like it just makes the matchup a lot more bearable. But even then, I feel like approaching, like if you know how to stay, like you would know, right? But like stay just like out of range and like in a good range, so you can bait stuff out. Because even though Charge Shot is like really safe, like her aerials aren't like that safe, you know? Like they're kind of communal.
Her aerials are not that safe.
Like grab is pretty communal, up is pretty communal. Charge Shot is like the only thing that is like really safe, and you can like just, you know, especially if you have platforms, you can like just move around that really well. So yeah, I think if you just know how to like bait and punish, it's still bad. Like neutral is still hard, and edge guarding isn't that easy. And getting ledge trap fucking sucks. Can I say fuck like that word? Or I shouldn't? Yeah.
No, please. Well, I've already said fuck. I've already said the fuck word.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, because I said it and I thought like, wait, can I even say it? But yeah, it's like just degenerate to be at the ledge, and also like, you know, the LB I think is pretty annoying. The fairy can be annoying sometimes. I don't know, yeah.
I think like, here's kind of my like vision. I think Samus down B is one of the most annoying moves in the game.
Yeah, actually, for neutral, it's just so degenerate.
For neutral, it's degenerate. For ledge trapping, it's degenerate. For like edge, like they're recovering. When they're recovering with that move, it's degenerate. That move is degenerate. Yeah. I don't care, bro. That move is so annoying to deal with. And the reason I'm like okay with it is because once Kirby gets Charge Shot, we don't actually have to care about it nearly as much. Also, once we have Charge Shot, I'm not really that scared of Samus's like ledge trapping anymore, because I can Charge Shot off ledge and contest their Charge Shot.
No, I actually didn't know that, but that actually is like super smart.
It also goes through bombs. Like if you watch me versus Icy Mist, there were sometimes Icy Mist would like lay down bombs, but I already have like a full Charge Shot charge, and I just shoot through the bombs.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Now, I don't know if I'm a little delusional, but I feel like if the matchup gets like a little bit more optimized, it could get maybe not, right? Maybe just like a minus 1.5.
I
But
think it's at
maybe
minus 1.5.
I might, yeah. Maybe one day it could be like closer. Probably not like literally minus one, but like
The
closer to
thing
it. But
is,
right now,
if we always had the ability to just always have charge shot, I think it'd be a minus 1 to like even. Like nah,
yeah,
minus
well, we
1.
can.
Probably like minus 0.5. Because charge shot's so
No,
good
I
on
think it's
Kirby.
not good enough to be minus 0.5.
You know what? Okay, fair. But charge shot's so good on Kirby, bro.
Yeah, no, Charger on Kirby, and especially against Samus, like the way Samus works, I feel like it just makes the RPS of neutral just like a lot
It's
more
Kirby
comfortable.
favorite, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think minus 1.5 is a fair placement, actually.
I think like as soon as we get charge shot, especially this matchup, it becomes so much more doable. I like it. Yoshi
Yeah, for
I think
sure.
Yoshi-
Mm,
is a solid minus 1.
yeah, I agree. Like, I think I could see it potentially be minus 0.5.
I could see it.
But I
could
think
see
minus
it
1
as
is
minus
pretty...
0.5.
Yeah, I can see it. But no, I also can see why it's minus 1. Like, I think it's like worse than Mario for sure, you know?
I think it's worse than Mario. But like, I know what you mean by minus 0.1. Yoshi, like, just has a lot of aerial movement, and that's literally the reason why he's so annoying to deal with. But like,
Yeah,
his
also,
out of shield game's alright. I don't think it's actually that scary personally. I'm not really scared of Yoshi
I also
getting me out
agree
of
it's
shield.
not that scary because like Nair can be annoying, but it's not scary, especially since you as Kirby are not getting tech chase. And also like, yeah, it's pretty quick, but that's about it.
Like, literally, it's just Yoshi's quick in the air, and that's what makes him hard to deal with. But you can kind of just, as Kirby, you can close quarter combat Yoshi very well. Like, if you get in there,
Yeah.
you're in there. All of our tilts, specifically, are really good at contesting all of Yoshi's aerials. Our F-tilt's awesome, especially just contesting Yoshi in general. Down tilt's great,
Yeah,
up
for
tilt's
sure.
great. All of our tilts are so good at contesting against Yoshi in the air. But, like, it's just hard to hit him because he's fast in the air.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I also feel like Yoshi like combos us like a ball, right? And we just like even though our lightweights, we take like 60 from springs, like just because of the way Yoshi combos work. And I think that like really annoying.
I agree.
And also, yeah, also turning can be kind of annoying even though we like Kirby got stuff. And also we get like we do not get more than 40% combos at most, which is kind of annoying. Like,
It is.
I don't think it's too bad. Like I think Yoshi's a matchup that you can consistently better player, you know?
No, I agree. Fox.
I could see it even or plus 0.5.
That's literally where I'm at. That is actually where I'm at.
Yeah, we are like agreeing with everything to this point.
Okay.
Like, what?
So I kind of want to do all the Spacies in a row. So I'm going to like move Falco over here, and I'm going to find Wolf. Wolf is over there.
Wolf, yeah.
So
I
personally,
think that's good. I think that's good.
I agree. I think that's fine. I could see it in even. I could see it in plus 0.5. If somebody said, yeah,
I
this
think
matchup's
plus
even.
0.5 is good.
Honestly, I agree. I think if somebody said this is plus like 0 or this is plus 0.5, I wouldn't argue at all. I think Fox is very like good a character in general, but he wants to be next to you. Fox lasers don't really like, we don't really have to care too much about them because we can just crouch underneath them. Fox in general is really good at like, you know, CQC, but so is Kirby. Kirby also just has stuff to just contest Fox in close quarter combat. Fox off stage is like dead. If he gets off stage, it's really hard for Fox to survive.
Yeah, and also like I feel like what Fox got in this matchup is just that he's so mobile that if he wants to play like kind of not even degenerate, but just like Kirby cannot hit you neutral, he kind of can, and it can be overwhelming, right? Because he just kind of mixes you up like a lot.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But
he mixes up hard.
I feel
And
like
he's good at killing.
you can kind of better. Yeah, he's also pretty good at like Nair of Smash skills at like 90, 85, something like that.
Yeah.
Which is scary.
Really
But I feel
good.
like you can, if you can better player like the Fox's neutral, I feel like, or just like play good enough, I feel like it's really rewarding for Kirby. And just like any scramble is pretty good for Kirby, you know?
I think our advantage state specifically, like, I think neutral is pretty even, but I think our advantage state is really, really good in this matchup. And our disadvantage isn't bad. Like, our disadvantage is also pretty good in this matchup.
Yeah, especially because we can like stone to ledge, and we are not getting edge guarded, and getting ledge trapped isn't like that bad, you know?
Yeah, because we also have Sucking Cuck, so like, if Fox fucks up, he gets Sucking Cucked off stage. That's what I did to Comet, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I beat Comic just because he just kept going to ledge after the first Sucking Cuck and dying over and over again.
No, but that's fair, Like, if he didn't respect it, then...
He did not.
Yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens, you know?
But like, it's the idea of just inspiring the fear of God into your opponent, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I think like Fox is like Fox probably has like this light edge in neutral, but I feel like Kirby is so good in everything else that it like makes up for that.
I agree.
Because it's not even like that much, you know? Like, it's just that Fox in neutral is annoying.
Literally, yeah. No, Fox in neutral is annoying, and Fox has good kill power, and that's like the main things you have to worry about. His juggling is good, but if we can just like make it to the ledge, there's nothing he can really do.
Yeah, like we shouldn't be really getting overwhelmed by his juggling just because we shouldn't be getting juggled that much.
I agree.
Yeah, good matchup. Fair matchup.
Well, okay, this is going to sound really weird. I think Wolf is a clean plus 0.5.
I disagree.
Excuse me. I disagree with you. I disagree with you.
It's not that good, man.
No, I disagree with you.
It's not that good.
I think we do better into Wolf than we do Fox.
There's no way.
Personally, I think we do better into Wolf than we do into Fox. And I'm going to say it right now, Falco is the worst matchup for the Spacies. He is pure even. 100% even.
What are you saying, man? Okay, to be fair, we already had...
We had the discussion a year and a half ago. And I still think it. I think Wolf is a clean plus 0.5. I think Falco is the worst of our Spacies. I think he's... I think he's purely even. Like, 100% this matchup is just even.
No, in my opinion, Falco is plus 0.5.
What are you on? What are you on?
Yeah, no, for sure, you know? Like, okay, give me your argument.
Okay, for Wolf or for Falco? Let's start with Wolf.
For both.
Okay, let's start with Wolf. I think 0.5 exactly for Wolf. I think Fox is like, you know, we could flip-flop on it and we could agree on both sides. I think Wolf is cleanly plus 0.5. I have a winning record against every Wolf I have ever played except one, and that's Ouch. And the reason I think this is because Wolf in neutral, I feel like is easier to deal with than Fox.
There's no way.
Have you seen how I play against Wolf? Bro, I camp them out. I go into a Wolf matchup and I think to myself, I'm going to time this bitch out now. And I press down on the control stick. And I win. I go to center stage slowly but surely, and then I control center stage, and then Wolf has to like do something, and I just react by up tilting over and over again on center stage, basically. Like, this is just like the timeout match of the Spacies that you can play. You can do the same thing against Falco, I feel like, but I think Falco is just scarier. I think Falco's a lot scarier. Because, like, if I get hit by Wolf, I feel like I deserved it. If I get hit by Falco, I'm getting Falcoed, bro. Like, I'm taking 60. I'm getting comboed in the background. I'm taking all this damage. And so I have to play like a motherfucker against Falco.
Like, I cannot get what you're saying. Like, I think that, like, I feel like against Wolf, I could, like, kind of see it, even though I disagree, but against Falco, I just, no. Like, no. Sorry, but no, you know? Like,
you don't see Falco, you don't think Falco is purely even. What do you think Falco is?
I think it's plus 0.5. Like, I could really, if I really wanted to. Yeah, I for sure think it's up. Like, I don't think it's even. I think it's better than that. Like, I feel like Kirby is just really good against Falco in, like, a lot of ways.
I disagree.
Like, Kirby, like, neutral, for instance, not only, like, we obviously don't have to care that much about lasers, but I also think, like, I feel like one of the biggest mistakes that Kirby players make against Falco is just, like, not knowing how to fair, because, like, Falco fair will, like, beat Kirby fair, and you will get dragged on because you're in the air.
Yeah.
And Yeah, right, and that's like. But if you play Falco, like you are playing kind of against a Luigi, like you're just bait and punishing, and like he kind of cannot get openings, and if you just kind of know like how to, he obviously can, right? He's better, like he's not like a +2, but I think like neutral is actually pretty comfortable if you just stay grounded and know like when to fair and when to like. I think it's more of a down tilt matchup than a fair matchup. And even then, Falco cannot punish fair on shield unless he's like a fluxo and he like needs to commit to it. And also Kirby's got like a pretty good record against Falco, like historically, like even Konokururu like farms Motsunabe like randomly. So, and also edgeguarding Falco, I feel like is the easiest Spacey to edgeguard, like even easier than Fox.
You think?
Because,
Wait.
He's a bit...
You think he's the easiest Spacey to edgeguard? I do agree. Yeah. I think Wolf is probably the hardest Spacey to edgeguard. But why do you think his is easier to edgeguard? Really?
I don't know. I feel like because of his floatiness, he's kind of easier. Maybe not. Maybe he's not. But like I feel like he's just easier to react to. Like I feel like Fox, you kind of need to be a little bit more preemptive, which I mean isn't too hard either. But I feel like Falco just like is easier to react to, and also like Falco, like he can kind of edgeguard us, but if you just know that for the most part you shouldn't up B like air and just go low with an air dodge, like you will not get hit. And I don't know, I just feel like it's a pretty comfortable matchup. Like I feel like Falco cannot kill you even. Like Falco cannot kill you if you just like play degenerate. Not even like a delegic degenerate, just like down tilt and shield camping degenerate. And I think it's pretty good. I think Falco is pretty comfortable, honestly.
Okay. What's your argument for Wolf not being a clean plus 0.5?
For Wolf, like I could see it being plus 0.5. Mainly, it's like. Also, the thing is that I feel like neutral isn't that easy, and I know you camp them, right? But like for instance, if you're like at a slight deficit, or just like if the wolf's really patient, like I feel like neutral is kind of rough. Like you, I don't know, man. I feel like he's just pretty nice at like moving around Kirby and just like getting tomahawks, getting nails, getting grabbed.
That's how I feel about Falco.
Like
I've never felt that way about Wolf. I'll be honest. I feel like if I get grabbed by if I get grabbed by Wolf, right? We get like up throw and forward air, up throw up aired, or like down throw dash attack, down throw F tilted at earlier percents. But then like, I don't really care. If I get grabbed by Falco, I'm getting up thrown, like up aired, nared, down tilted, or like up tilted into like a 40% combo.
But I feel like Wolf just more solid in neutral, like. But I can see it, the Wolf thing. I feel like if the Wolf plays normal Wolf against Kirby, Wolf loses. But if Wolf plays like really campy with his movement, and especially in like stages with platforms, I feel like Wolf does pretty alright against Kirby. And also like disadvantage, like just being at ledge, being in the air, whatever, is like not that comfortable with Wolf. But I could see like.
I mean, yeah, no, I think you're right. I think you're right about the like. Uncomfortable feeling you might get, specifically at being at a corner, but I'm not super worried about being in corner usually, I guess. I feel like we have enough stuff to deal with Wolf at the corner, or like make him kind of back off of us in the corner, that I don't really get scared. Back air is like the only thing I'm ever really scared of getting hit in the corner with. Other than back air, I don't really care. Like, the other main option's F-tilt, and F-tilt doesn't kill until, like, late percent, like 130-ish.
Yeah, no, regular get upping against Wolf, or just, like, staying at the corner, yeah, he's pretty comfortable. Also, I don't think he's, like, that great at dealing with fair. Like, especially if you're at the corner and you're, like, mashing fair, like, what is he going to do, Like, if he tries to, like, aerial you 9 out of 10 times, he will get, like, anti-air. And, like, again, I feel like maybe just because of the neutral and that disadvantage can be kind of annoying, but maybe the neutral. And also that Wolf can sometimes just like kill Kirby really early. Like,
I still think we have like the worst disadvantage against Falco.
Yeah, like the raw disadvantage for sure is worse against Falco, just because Falco is like advantage state the Spacies. like literally the only shit like he actually got is kind of his advantage state, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But I
That's
feel
like
like
character's advantage state.
yeah, it like cuts in the character, you know.
He is.
But I don't think it's that bad. Like I feel like getting hit by Falco is not that easy, and killing for Falco is also like I feel like the worst out of all Spacies, and I think all Spacies kind of struggle to kill Kirby, you know.
I can see what you mean by that.
So I think I
as weird as it sounds, I low-key think Fox is the most consistent at killing us.
yeah, I agree. I actually agree with that. Yeah.
I think Fox has the most potential to just kill us consistently at like 100.
Yeah. Yeah, like I feel like Wolf, for instance, can like not kill us until like 150, but he gets like so many grabs that he just like grabs them up like really quickly, right? And Falco, I feel like kind of just doesn't get openings, and if you want to live to 150, you are able to. Like if you play the Arena. So I think, like, I really think Falco's winning. Wolf.
I think this is the one we are definitely going to argue about the most. I think Falco is pure even, like 100% even matchup. But I think Wolf is a clean 0.5. Nothing more, nothing less. And I think Fox is, I could flip-flop literally between the two. Like, if you were to put Fox in even, I would believe you.
Even.
I
disagree. No, I think Falco's winning and Wolf even.
I disagree. I switched those two. I love fighting. But if I get a Wolf in bracket, I'm happy. If I get a Falco in bracket, I'm happy in a completely different way. I'm a camper all of a sudden. I don't enjoy it, but I enjoy it.
Like, I feel like against Falco, like, camping isn't that great because like I feel like interacting, like knowing how Falco wants to get in, is just so rewarding that like it's just better to play, you know. Like unless the Falco is like really bad and at dealing with inhale footstool, I feel like Falco, like interacting with Falco, like because how does Falco get in, right? Like he needs to either raw dash grab you, which is obviously really communal. He needs to fair, which if you're just grounded and not mashing fair shouldn't hit you. And then what? Like down tilt maybe? Down air maybe? You know?
I think down tilt's an alright move with Falco. We can just kind of back air it out of shield, honestly. I'm not really super scared of like down tilt. Yeah, I think down tilt's low-key scarier at lower percents just because he gets free combos off of it.
Yeah, no, you get down tilted at 0 and you get like 60 for that. But that like if you know that like what Falco is fishing for, I feel like just neutral is really.
I think someone in chat has been talking, by the way, about these while we were on it. One, Tim G has been pointing out something. One, Night Pixel has a solid record versus Orion the Wolf in Europe. Two, Falco, like Wolf, changes depending on the playstyle of the Kirby. My roommate says he enjoys the dice matchup. Don't let him fool you. That is a reference to me timing out a local player in Michigan who's like, he's a really good Falco in Michigan. He's always on PR. He's always high PR. I just cuck him out of everything. And by that I mean I camp him at ledge and I say we're timing him out. Last time we played, we went to 3 timeouts. And I won.
Holy shit.
And I look at him, and I'm very much willing to just camp him. So all the way to time. Because I think it's fun.
I mean, that's fair. I feel like interacting with Falco is better. But I mean, Falco is also not great at dealing with Kirby camping. I feel like that thing of the playstyles like applies especially to Wolf. Because I feel like camping Wolf, like I think I'm good against Wolf, but I also like just try to play like I obviously cannot run in against Wolf because like he will punish me for it, but like I can try to just dash around, right?
But I don't even dash around that much, bro. I press down and I walk a lot. I like walk a lot, I press down a lot because I want the ability to shield immediately or the ability to immediately up tilt. That's what I want against Wolf.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Okay, Even
I
though
think-
I don't agree.
I think we
I can
leave all the
kind of
Spacies
see-
in 0.5. I say we leave
Yeah,
all the
I
Spacies
think
in
I
0.5.
think that's the best way to go. I think that's the best way to go. Yeah, I was about to say yeah. I think that's the best way to go.
Okay, so Shiny Mark humbled me. I still think this is minus 0.5 to minus 1 though.
Yeah,
Pikachu.
yeah. I don't think I could see. I don't know if if saying it's -1 is being a bit too much of a doomer. I don't know. I think both have a case, right? Because like -0.5, Kirby got like a lot of good stuff against Pikachu. Like just like Kirby hitboxes are good against Pikachu. Kirby like can kill Pikachu early. Those are like the main things, but those are pretty good. The -1 is that sometimes Pikachu can just be unhittable, and actually I feel like Pikachu is one of the best characters that edge guards.
I
Like, I feel
agree.
like Pikachu
I
just-
wholeheartedly agree with that sentence.
yeah. Like I feel like I don't get edge guarded that much against any other character, or maybe like some other character, right? But Pikachu is just so hard not to get edge guarded. I feel like he's so good at edge guarding Kirby. So I could see it. Like I honestly feel like if the matchup actually develops more, it'll be -1. But I think -0.5 is a fair placement.
I actually wholeheartedly agree though. I think Pikachu and maybe Puff second. I think Pikachu is like the best, or probably one of the best characters at edge guarding Kirby and dealing with Kirby off stage. I think Pikachu's Thunderbolt actually isn't that, like, not Thunderbolt, Thunder Jolt isn't that much of a problem in neutral. I don't think neutral's the issue. I think Pikachu's advantage state is just good. He's good at juggling Kirby.
Yeah.
He's like really good at juggling Kirby. And
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
Pikachu,
actually
like,
landing against Kirby, right? Against Pikachu is so hard.
dude, that's what I'm
so
saying.
difficult.
Dude, if
Yeah.
you watch my Shiny Mark set, I couldn't touch the ground for like a good 30 seconds at one point, and I was sitting in my chair like, yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
had
you cannot
3
tone.
sets versus No, I had 4 sets against Shiny Mark that weekend. Me and Shiny Mark in finals of the pre-local. Me and Shiny Mark in grand finals of the pre-local. And it went game 4, game 5. Me and Shiny Mark in winners quarters of the main tournament. Me and Shiny Mark in losers finals of the main tournament. And it went game 4, game 5, game 4, game 4. And I'm like, Shiny Mark called me a masher at some point. It wasn't even in a hateful way. I just looked over and Shiny Mark like looked so confused after I beat him game 3 of our losers final set. And I'm like, yo, what's wrong? And he said, I didn't think you would just hit me with 4 moves on my shield and keep mashing.
I mean,
like,
if it works, it works.
Dude, I did down tilt, F tilt on his shield, and then I immediately up smashed.
Nah, that's like the most like nicest Kirby string ever. Especially because like if you did that, like what's the commitment there, right? You cannot get grabbed because like you're probably too far away.
I was at
You cannot get
130.
spared. Yeah, no, I think it's like a super smart thing to do, you know? Like he can maybe up smash, maybe not. It's too middle anyways, you know? So like what's the problem with that? I feel like that's like great Kirby option because you cannot get punished for it, and like especially after 3 tilt, like he's kind of like forced to like do something out of shield.
He jumped,
so, like, why not
he
up
jumped
smash?
out of shield.
Oh yeah, I respect you for that. I respect that you went for the double down tilt into F tilt into up smash because that's great.
I think for now we're gonna keep Pikachu at minus 0.5. I can see
Yeah, I agree.
in the future Pikachu being -1 though. It doesn't feel that bad. It just feels like annoying, you know? It feels like slowly but surely Pikachu just going to rack up damage.
Yeah, and yeah, disadvantage is like pretty rough. I think.
Luigi.
I think it's minus 0.5. I could see
I
it
see
maybe
it as
being...
I know what you mean. I low-key see it slightly more towards -1. I feel like it's very close to like Yoshi level. I know what you mean by minus 0.5. But when I fight Mario, I feel a lot better comparatively.
I get what you mean. Like, I feel like against Luigi, mainly you just have to like I feel like if you don't get grabbed at 0 and grabbed at 0 specifically, the matchup like I feel like Kirby like Kirby got really good stuff against Luigi, but Luigi also got really good stuff against Kirby, but Kirby got really good stuff against Luigi. I feel like.
Kirby,
I feel like
I think Luigi's disadvantage is the main thing. Like, I think when we get Luigi off stage, it's really good. But, like, I feel like neutral's actually slightly annoying. And disadvantage is also slightly annoying.
I feel like neutral is not great.
I agree.
I don't think it's that bad. Like, I feel like as soon as you don't get grabbed at 0 specifically, and as soon as you know that if you get grabbed at 70 onwards, you're, like, mostly dead.
If you get grabbed at, like, 65 with Rage, or, like, if Luigi has Rage, he kills you at, like, 60, essentially.
Yeah, but I feel like if you know how to just, like, jump around like Luigi, I feel like it's not that bad. But I honestly, like, can't see the case for -1.
Oh,
like,
I want to add something as well. I think Luigi's aerials have a lot of priority against ours.
Yeah, you cannot fare Luigi at close range. I feel like it's more like the way Luigi's aerials are like work. Like, I feel like the spot that fair hits don't work that well against Luigi's aerials. Like, yeah, at least I actually can see it being -1.
I just think
I
it's
think
like
it's minus
slightly
0.5, but I
closer.
don't think it's far away.
I think it's slightly closer to Yoshi than it is to Mario, you know?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think -1 is a fair placement.
I think for now it's fair. Oh, Ness. Ooh.
I don't think it's too bad. I think -0 or
0.5?
-0.5. Yeah, I think
I
0.5 is fair. Like, I think just neutral isn't really that annoying. I feel like neutral is alright. Disadvantage is alright. I could see it being even, honestly. Like, I could see the Ness matchup being even.
I think it's very close to 0. I still think it's closer to 0.5. I think his hitboxes are just, like, good at trading a lot.
Yeah. But I feel like you can parry Ness a lot and just, like, get up tilts. Or just, like, in general getting, like, I don't know, build cancel up tilts or something. And also edge guarding, I feel like, or just advantage state against Ness, I feel like it's actually pretty comfortable. Like, I think it's really
advantage
nice.
State?
You can, like,
no, I do agree with that one. I think our advantage state against Ness in particular is actually pretty solid. I think we have a lot of ways to just deal with him, like in advantage state specifically. We low-key kind of juggle Ness. I think we low-key kind of juggle Ness. If, like, Ness is above us, it's low-key kind of hard for him to land. And I think that's mostly just because, like, he's super floaty. And none of his moves, aside from, like, of course, down air, really hit downwards in a good way.
Yeah.
But, like, I think Ness's advantage is actually really good. I think Ness has scary options when it comes to juggling. I low-key am not that scared of Ness at ledge. I think Ness at ledge is just annoying. I think that's the only way to put it. It's just annoying. Because I'm usually not scared of dying to Ness at ledge. I'm more scared of, like, well, I mean, unless I'm at, like, 120, I guess. But, like, I mostly just feel like I'm gonna get thrown off stage again.
Yeah.
I just think it's still, like, just -0.5. Because Ness still does just have stuff to deal with us and feel like, at least in neutral, and in, like, combos and advantage, he's able to do stuff. But, like, I feel like in advantage, we can just do so much as well. I know I get where
I totally see what you mean. Like, I feel like I totally see what you mean, like, saying it's -0.5. I feel like, I don't know if, like, I feel like it's underrating Kirby, because I feel like Kirby's, like, totally, like, he got, like, enough stuff to make it even with the bad stuff, but I can totally see a -0.5.
I think Kirby is as weird as it sounds, I think Kirby's a solid mid-tier.
I think that was, like, the general opinion. I think he could be, like, even better than that, honestly.
I think Kirby's just a solid mid-tier for now. Like, Kirby has a lot, but, like, some characters definitely have stuff to shut down Kirby. And I think...
yeah, some characters do have good stuff against Kirby.
I think, speaking of that, this is an easy segue to our worst matchup, just because I think Steve is our worst matchup.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean,
Like, I'm just segueing here, but like, Steve has everything to deal with us. His hitboxes come from on top and are good at, like, hitting low. His hitboxes are good at hitting low. It's like if Lucina forward air could somehow hit lower.
Yeah, like, I feel like, even I've been, like, practicing the Steve matchup a lot of late, and I feel like it's actually playable, you know?
No, like... I think he's playable because I have Onin in my region. Well, not right now. I'm the PNW right now. But I usually have Onin in my region during school times, and I'm gonna have that bitch in my region.
Yeah,
by the way, I love Ryaki. Ryaki's awesome. But I'm gonna have that bitch in my region for like another 2 years, essentially, right?
Yeah.
I think it's doable. I think it's fine. But like, I think it's by far our most notable matchup.
No,
walls
for sure. Like, I don't
are
think
really
that's
annoying.
Arguable at all. I feel like no matchup comes close to being as bad as Steve. I feel like neutral once, like, I feel like you need to really learn neutral as Kirby in order to be able to play neutral against Steve, and it's actually not that bad. I feel like mainly just we die so early, and Steve actually can kind of edgeguard Kirby deceptively alright, like better than most characters, which is just really annoying. Unless like we get sent high and then we can kind of recover on the stage.
I can't remember what he is. There's a lower PR player in the Michigan scene. That it's Judier, that's his tag. The thing about him is I went to Grands against him in this one regional, like a small regional, right? And
yeah,
I won out of what was it? I won the tournament from loser's side. I don't remember who I lost to. I lost to a hero player who swacked me at 40. Game 5. Yeah.
yeah. Wait, I think I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, I lost that. And then made it all the way through losers, beat the hero, game 5 again, and then won the tournament. But the Steve player took one game off me, and in classic Steve fashion, I was at ledge. Steve's at like pretty high percent, like 120-ish, 130-ish, somewhere between that. And just I get diamond backyard at 60 and I die. I exploded. I was at 60.
Yeah.
That's like the huge issue.
Dude, like, I feel like I was also a grand finals of a regional against Manny, and I was at like playing after I already got 4-0 with my Greninja, and I just like switched to Kirby.
I saw that! I saw that! Yeah, I was watching! I was watching!
I got like 70 something, and oh, you know, and he was like 140, I just got buried at 70. And I died. I just exploded.
Exactly.
That was so tilting.
No, we had the exact same thing happen to us. I'm not kidding you. I lost one game during that, like, reverse 6-0 through losers or whatever, because I got backyard at 60 with, like, a near max rage Steve, and I exploded.
Yeah, I
felt like I got hit by Bowser back air. It literally felt like I got hit by Bowser back air. Imagine you had Bowser back here, like the power of Bowser back here, but it's safe on shield if you space it.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I also, like, even with all that, I feel like this team matchup could actually be, like, better. I feel like Kirby's are just, like, I honestly think I don't, like, both of us, I don't think we are, like, exceptionally good against it.
I think we are the best Kirby players in the world, and we are dog shit at this matchup.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, you literally just said it, right? Like, I feel like in the team matchup in particular, I think neither of us are, like, that great. And I feel like that kind of influences, but I feel like if we learn the matchup, I like Kirby, for instance, I think he's, like, really great at the matchup, right? Like,
I think Kirby,
like,
I hate to say this, Kirby is the best Kirby in the world against Steve. I'm gonna say it.
I think that's like not a debate. I think that's just an ambiguous truth.
Like I think we are the best Kirby players in the world. Period. I think we switch back and forth between being the best Kirby players. But like we put a Steve in our path and both of us are like killing ourselves.
Yeah, no, we're fine. Like I just played Greninja into that matchup, but then like I got so worried against
I'm solo Kirby, bro.
Yeah, that's kind of a traumatizing loss, you know? I don't even know what I want to do, man.
Nah, I paved the way towards Samus. I cannot pave my way towards this bitch. I have taken Onin to game 5 like 3 times. I can never win.
I feel like mainly learning, like, neutral, I feel like we could be playing it, like, a lot better, just, like, because I feel like we want to play, like, normal Kirby against Steve, but Steve is so much better at playing that game, but if we just actually play, like, a little more bait and punishy, you know, like, I feel like it's pretty good. And also, like, just knowing stuff, like, you can, like, jumping out of anvil, like, I didn't know that, but I think that's actually pretty useful.
Wait, what'd you say?
Even then, though, yeah, because like if you get, for example, like minecarded above you and then like the Steve Anvils just jumping there or something to like avoid the landing hitbox, I think it's pretty alright.
Oh, like if he what's it called? If Steve down airs your shield, you jump in air. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, or you jump. Period. Like not even doing an aerial, just like to release the pressure. Even then, though, I feel like Steve again. Like I feel like there are some things of the matchup that just are like straight up bad and not that fixable. Like I feel like Steve high mine carding, yeah. In disadvantage is like so hard to deal with as Kirby.
I
like
agree.
Something, yeah. And also like we get edge guarded, and I hate getting edge guarded. We get ledge trap because like our ledge jump is not great against
No,
Steve,
it's not.
or in general, but like
in general,
yeah,
I think our ledge jump is trash, but
I think it's alright because we got good aerials and double jumps. But yeah, it's not
but we're
great.
super
like,
floaty. That's the problem. We're super floaty and slow in the air. That's what makes it bad.
Yeah. Yeah, like I feel like being a ledge against Steve is pretty rough. And also playing last hit against Steve is like probably the
It's
most...
so hard. It's so hard.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like I'm just gonna get swung on. I feel like, oh, I'm gonna swing a forward air. Doesn't matter. I got swung by a Diamond F smash.
Yeah. Also, someone in your chat, but in my opinion, I think like blocks are alright. But
I think blocks are alright at the moment. I think I'm decent at doing nils with blocks, and it relieves a lot of pressure. If I have blocks, I think, here's the thing, if I have blocks, I think it relieves pressure, because suddenly Steve is building walls, right? And instead of jumping directly over walls, I do like a nil 2 over walls. And if I could just consistently do that, I relieve like a lot of the wall pressure. But there still stands to be a lot of Steve hitboxes go burr moments. Blocks can't fix that.
Yeah, I feel like block for landing, like especially is pretty good.
There is one cheese factor in this matchup that is the reason I have brought Onin to game 5 before in a horrible situation. Onin put themselves...
the down tilt?
Yeah, Onin put themselves like too high up block wall made of iron. Onin's at 30. I'm at like 110. Onin goes to ledge beyond the wall. I'm at the corner. I down tilt Onin into the like wall. And you can just do that over and over again. It doesn't matter if they're at wall, like the walls at ledge or center stage. As long as you like down tilt, press forward for like a frame or two, down tilt, press forward for a frame or two, and just repeat.
Yeah, I feel like that's generally just a great thing that we have, honestly. Especially since like Steve usually like to like, you know, do that thing that they put a wall and they are like unkillable, and we just like kind of can get through that if we get a good down tilt.
It is a very good method of just being like, yeah, screw you, and cheesing him.
Yeah. Yeah, like, again, matches -2, I think that's just not up for debate. But I think it could get, like, a lot better over time. Maybe not a lot, actually, but better enough.
Is my microphone screwing up?
I can hear you, you're fine. Is my microphone screwing up?
You sound, we both sound alright. It sounds normal. Okay, I had to double check.
Yeah, I can hear you like really normal.
Tim, does our microphones alright? You're both fine? Yeah, okay, people think we're sounding fine. But yeah, no, Steve is bad. The next character is Falcon, which is actually, like, probably
I think it should be a +1.
I can kind of. I'll put in +1. I'll put in +1. I low-key see it more as 0.5, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, like I feel like the main thing against Falcon that is like not great is that neutral can be very, very mightily annoying. Even though like I feel like you can better player that very consistently, and I also feel like sometimes things off stage is kind of scary, but like not that much. Like just like mix up and you'll be fine. And Kirby got like a lot of good stuff against Falcon. Like I feel like shield pressure against Falcon is great. Like comboing Falcon is great. Playing advantage state against Falcon is great. Yeah, I feel like it's just a pretty solid, nice matchup.
I think I'm just gonna leave it there. I don't think I need to really add anything. Falcon just has a lot of kill power as well, and like that's the only real reason I'm going to put, like I would want to put it here. Falcon has down air, which low-key is kind of good at two-framing sometimes.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good at two-framing.
I think that's the main reasons why I would want to put it there. And like you said, low-key, neutral kind of annoying.
Yeah, neutral can be annoying, but like I feel like he got like the kind of mobile character in neutral that some mobile characters got against Kirby that can be like annoying to play against. But I feel like Falcon, as soon as you're patient about it, is like not that bad.
You know what? Fair enough. All right. I don't really think we need too much more on that. What about Jigglypuff?
I think it's like clean even.
I agree. I'll put it in even.
Yeah.
I think it's just really even. I think Jigglypuff is one of the better characters in this game at Edgeguard and Kirby. If they're like passively waiting off stage for us to like swing first, I think Jigglypuff neutral is low-key not that good for Jigglypuff. I think Kirby's pretty good.
I feel like Kirby neutral is actually kind of like I think Kirby got this very light edge in neutral against Jigglypuff.
I agree.
Like we can wall out Jigglypuff really well. Up tilt, insane move. There's really good. Back air in neutral is really good just because we can wall out Jigglypuff, right? And Jigglypuff, even though she kind of brawls, she's not that great at dealing with our shield pressure.
I agree. I think like all of our upwards moves, like up tilt, up smash, up air, up B, are just kind of good in this matchup, which is funny. Because like catching landings with all those and juggling her a little bit is kind of nice with all those moves. I think Jigglypuff in general kind of struggles because, like you said, we kind of wall her out a little bit. I think our advantage against her is fine. It's not the best because she's actually pretty good at just using her high mobility and jumps to like get back to stage or get to ledge. I think we ledge trap her fine actually. Like I think everything against her is just kind of fine.
Yeah, I also like even though she can kind of edge guard us, like I thought I played base mage a few times in the the real card, and I feel like if you just go high, like and land with like a nair for example, it's actually kind of nice. Or also just going high and going into a stage, and then like super high up being and drifting full back and grabbing ledge. I feel like Puff also is great at punishing that. And also like if you are like low, like already below the ledge, like I feel like Puff for the most part won't edge guard you if you like just like upper, like double jump upper and like air dodge up.
You're not wrong. I don't disagree with any of that. The thing is, Puff actually just has good angles with like forward throw, down smash, and like general moves like forward air, back air. Kind of send it like a pretty harsh angle to the right or left, which makes it better for Jigglypuff. Because if you have to like parallel yourself to the ledge, that's where Jigglypuff is shining.
Yeah, like no, if you get sent to like the position that Jigglypuff wants you to be in, which is like basically on the side, not too high, not too low.
That's
it's
hard.
Kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's like, where like Jigglypuff is like fucking you.
Yeah, even then like, I think that's like the main reason why the matchup isn't winning. That and sometimes that West will cheese you and you will like
we get exactly. You get easily killed sometimes. Like sometimes you just explode. Sometimes you get edge guarded really hard, and sometimes it's just like it's just annoying. Like sometimes it's just annoying. You get down air rested at like fucking 40, 50. Oh, there goes your stock.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I totally agree. I feel like you can get cheese with rest, and you can then get edge guarded. But I genuinely think that's like the only two things that Jigglypuff got in like this matchup, which are two pretty good things. But I feel like even is a pretty fair placement.
I agree. Peach and Daisy. Low key
I could
0
see it
minus
even
0.5 ish.
or minus 0.5. Yeah, I literally the same thing.
I don't know exactly where to put them, but like somewhere here.
Yeah, like they can be annoying, but I feel like if the both players are playing well, it's like a pretty even matchup.
What do you want to put it at? Do you want minus 0.5 or do you want 0? I'm low key down for either. I think.
Yeah, I think like
I don't know.
I think minus 0.5.
Yeah, I'll keep them there then.
Yeah,
like,
I don't even know exactly what to say about this matchup. It's just
they deal big damage with combos still, don't get me wrong, but Kirby's pretty floaty and light, so he doesn't take the most comparatively to like a heavier character. Neutral's pretty even, like we just kind of go back and forth with neutral. We have turnip cheese, which is just completely random thing I'm throwing out here. If we catch turnip, we kind of like do a shit ton. She has solid kill options. She has really good moves to throw out, but a lot of them either trade or lose. It's just really back and forth. She just has a lot of power behind her.
Yeah,
I think that's honestly it.
Yeah, I think that's it. Minus 0.5.
What do you think about Bowser? This is a weird
I think
one.
it's winning. I think it's winning. I don't know. Minus 0.5. Plus 0.5. Sorry.
I agree. That's where I was thinking of putting him first.
Yeah. Like, I feel like it's, like, neutral can sometimes be slightly annoying. I feel like
if Bowser just, like, commits to, like, flame breathing and camping with, like, flame breath and big aerials, that's where neutral gets really annoying.
Yeah.
I think just their advantage today is really fucking good, and I think our disadvantage is fine. Like, I don't think I'm really super scared most of the time, unless I'm at high percents of dying. Because all of Bowser's shit's just kind of a little bit laggy. That's honestly it.
Yeah, and I mean, our advantage is great. Like, we do AD, we edge guard, we juggle, we ledge trap. I feel like neutral, like, we can just play kind of shield heavy and just use like fair to stuff out approaches and it works. Or just like to approach or like up or something and it works fine. I feel like it's not that much of a complex match. Like I feel like it's just good enough.
Yeah. Ice climbers.
I hate ice. I don't
really?
know, man. I hate ice, man. I don't know.
I think it's minus 0.5. I could see an argument for minus 1 at most.
Hell.
It's either minus 1. Okay, you know what? Wait. Well, someone in chat just said MomoCon moment. Who did you lose to in You lost to Seal. You lost to Seal.
I lost
what
the
the fuck happened, bro?
I mean...
I
like
tuned in. I only tuned in for the last bit.
I feel like I was both unprepared and I was just like so like in the mindset of oh no, I'm playing a brawler against ISIS, right? And in retrospect, like I don't think it's that bad of a matchup. And for brawlers, Kirby's pretty alright against ISIS. But I don't think it's good. I don't think it's close to being decent. Like I feel like the down B when they are decent.
What the fuck is here? Are you on crack? I want whatever you're on, bro. Okay, maybe actually, let me rephrase that. I'm on crack cocaine, because I think this is minus 0.5. Let me explain. I want to hear your side first, though.
Okay, I basically feel like neutral is like uncomfortable if the IC like doesn't commit to anything stupid, like because if they commit to like just dashing at the wrong time, they will get spared, right? But I feel like if they just play like with their hitboxes and just like up tilting and down being and all that stuff, neutral is pretty uncomfortable, and sometimes you just both cannot challenge them, and you're getting pressured, you know, and that's like kind of sucky. Like sometimes you can up B like down Bs and stuff, but if they like don't commit that hard and they shield the up B, you will get punished. So I feel like neutral is not comfortable. I also feel like disadvantage like isn't great. Being at ledge isn't nice. Being juggled isn't nice. You take a lot of damage. Like I feel like
I do agree. Their juggling is low key scary. I do agree. I think their juggling is a little scary.
Yeah, and like the ICs don't really care that Kirby's floaty. Like they will combo your enemies, and being a ledge sucks. Being like it can suck. It doesn't always suck, but it can very much suck. And I feel like just neutral isn't comfortable enough. Our advantage is good. Like if we do get a hit, we can do a lot with it. I feel like we can really abuse like IC's exploits in this advantage because of the way Kirby moves work. Like honestly, I think it's -1. Like I think it's -1, but I don't know. Like I could honestly potentially see it being better, but I think -1 is just.
I think
I just
I make an argument for -0.5. Here's my reasoning, right? I think ICs are good at like just generally walling Kirby out in neutral at times using stuff like Blizzard, but I still think there's a lot of ways around it. I think Blizzard has a really high SDI multiplier between the actual hits itself before you freeze. I think mixing up the timing on when you mash out a freeze is really important because a lot of ice climbers are already buffering their shit because they want to do like something like up tilt into up smash, but you have to like immediately desync and buffer that shit. Like you can't just really do that on spot unless you're Big D, and even Big D doesn't do that half the time. So I'm not like the most worried about that. Knowing that if I can mash out immediately, I will. If I think I need to wait and just not mash at all because I'm going to get hit by it, I think I'm just gonna wait. Up tilt is scary. I don't even think the hitbox itself is scary. I think it's scary just because it does a shit ton of damage because you're gonna get comboed. You're gonna get up tilted into up aired. You're gonna get up aired. Like up air is an actual threat. I will always admit. Back air is slightly annoying as well. I think Icy's back air is really, really good. But
up tilt is so active, man.
Okay, yeah, but its hitbox isn't that good. You can just kind of always trade or challenge it with anything on the ground. Like,
well, that's fair.
You can also just fair it half the time or back air it and it'll just trade. Like its hitbox isn't
I feel like every time I try to fair, I just like lose to the up tilt before like my fair hits them,
And then like, yeah, Nana is just stupid in this game for some reason. Nana occasionally is smart. I say that very, very rarely. I have watched Nana significantly more often just kill herself on spot than I ever watched Nana be an actual intelligent CPU. Like, I know Nana's like a level 7 CPU, but no, she's not. No, she's not. That thing is stupid. Like, I don't know what they did to program her. She's just kind of dumb. Separating the ICs, once you separate them, it's not that hard to just murder Nana off stage. Murdering Nana off stage or putting Popo in a bad position, like a worse position, because he's trying to save his girlfriend at that moment, is kind of good for us. Their up B is actually pretty easy to gimp because they'll send out Nana on the belay first, and then you can just down air Popo or like nair Popo, and then like side B is kind of annoying to deal with. I think you have to just back air side B if they're recovering high with a side B or recovering to ledge with a side B. You just got to be ready for that one.
I agree. I think also you can stone it at times if you like get a hard read, but
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, honestly, like the more you like, even though it honestly hurts my ego a little bit because I did lose to Isis at MomoCon, I honestly kind of feel like you are the one who's right, Like, I do feel it's like, I hate it. I hate fighting Isis. It's one of my personal, like, I hate Isis. But I definitely feel like
I also think
we're
one of the few characters that actually has, like, if we grab Ices, we have enough mix-up potential to not super worry about it. Because up throw sends us on flats, back throw and F throw put us in the air immediately so we can air dodge or like do a move. Down throw is the only one I actually say we should like avoid doing for the most part.
Yeah.
Like if you grab an Ices, you have 3 throws that put you into like a position you can do something immediately out of. Just don't down throw. Just do not down throw. Forget down throw exists for a bit.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. Like, I love so much when I, like, back throw Ices and they try to forward smash, and I just, like, nair. I mean, like, yeah, my character's kind of broken. Yeah, I think minus 0.5 is honestly fair.
I think it's minus 0.5. I think sometimes you just get better played, sometimes you get, like, 0 to death. That's just Ices. Like, sometimes that's just Ices. You can just get murdered or exploded. And you just gotta be ready for that.
Yeah, that's honestly fair.
Sheik is a weird one. You know how you really don't
you think
like
it could
fighting?
be -1?
I think, you know how you were talking about how much you hate Ices? See, I have that problem with Sheik.
Dude, Sheik's like, I think even, I think Sheik's even.
Nah, I can see Sheik going in minus 0.5.
Being losers. I think Sheik being losing, man.
I disagree. I think Sheik is a losing matchup. I think personally it's a -1, but logically, I know I'm doing the exact same thing you were doing 10 seconds ago, and it's actually a minus 0.5. But like, I
think
hate
even,
Sheik.
man.
I hate Sheik. I think Sheik is just. I hate Sheik, bro. I can't see
like,
this matchup being
annoying.
even at all.
I agree. She's like actually so degenerate to fight and so annoying.
I think Sheik is hella annoying. I think
like,
Needles. I think Needles actually are like annoying as hell. If Sheik just commits to needle camping, it's so annoying to deal with. Sheik like at ledge is terrifying. If I'm at the corner against Sheik and I'm getting like naired or back aired or forward aired, I'm going to get naired, back aired, forward aired at like some like 70, 80. And then Sheik's going to have a little bit of rage, because of course she is. She's going to be at like 100% or like 110%. And then she's going to bouncing fish my ass, and I'm going to get murdered. And that would make Sheik corner pressure terrifying.
I don't know, man. I feel like you're capping, man. Like,
I think
not a bad matchup.
I think Sheik is minus 0.
Even, like, it's even. I'm sorry, but it's even. Like, I feel like Sheik is just so
I'm going to believe you.
Like,
I'm going to believe you, but I logically think this is a minus 0.5. I personally think this is a -1. I'm going to put Sheik in even, and I'm going to let you talk, and then I'm going to shut up. But I think Sheik is my character that I hate fighting. I hate fighting Sheik.
Like, I feel like Sheik, like, in neutral, yeah, needle camping is kind of annoying. But you really just, like, as soon as you play, like, as soon as you, like, don't rush it and just, like, know that you can really get close to her that quick, or else you just get, like, needled in your dashing, it's fine. Like, it's not that annoying. And once you get close, like, I feel like Sheik isn't great at dealing with Kirby's shield pressure. Sheik isn't good at trading. She can kind of play around Kirby's attacks, but I honestly don't even think like she's that good at it, right? I also think like Kirby's just so rewarding against Sheik because like she's light and she's also just so comfortable to combo. I also think like our advantage is like we are not edgeguarding Sheik obviously, but I think our ledge grabbing is like pretty alright for a character with such a good disadvantage. And like sure we don't juggle, but we get combos, so like who cares? And I feel like killing us for Sheik can be pretty difficult once you know that they are fishing for needle bouncing fish all the time. And every position that you can potentially get needle bouncing fish, you will get needle bouncing
Listen,
fish.
It's not Needles bouncing fish, it's Needles up smash, it's Needles forward, it's Needles back air, it's Needles bouncing fish, it's Needles.
Okay, yeah, needle, but like as soon as you know like okay, she's trying to needle me, you just like Like I feel like kind of camping needles. I agree, it's actually not that easy. Like I feel, for instance, camping
I
Falco
I
kill power is
legitimately
easy.
I
It's easier
legitimately
than fight.
think it's minus 0.5. Cause like I don't see Sheik as a even or winning matchup. I see Sheik as like I know logically this character probably is just minus 0.5. I just don't like fighting her. But logically, I think this character is minus 0.5.
Like I just cannot see it being losing, man. I feel like Sheik is such an like the archetype of Sheik and just like the feel of fighting Sheik is so good. You know, it's so comfortable. Like we can get close rather. It's a bit annoying because needles, but I don't think it's hard. You know, like I feel like getting close is deceptively easy, and then she kind of has to play the game with us, and then we can kind of like just pressure her. You know, we can get like a lot of damage. Like when I fought rocks, like I feel like it's just so rewarding for Kirby. You know, and she also, as soon as you like just hold away and sometimes like mix up the engine, it like she's doing it fine. Like she's not that rewarding, and then also Kirby just kills so early. Like Kirby is actually can like kill Sheik like a hamster, you know. Like actually feel like it's just
Okay,
such
no.
a
You know,
combo
I
matchup.
I know we're gonna continue talking about Sheik, but when you say I kill Sheik like a hamster, I swear to God, I that is me with like some of these characters. I specifically think we kill like Villager slash Isabel like a hamster, cause like
Yeah,
when we get to that, I'm gonna talk about popping balloons, and I think that's the most hamster death in the game.
I agree.
But
I
I
do think she's
legitimately
even though.
don't
I'm
see.
so convinced she's even.
I'm going to let you have it. I disagree though. I can never see Sheik as winning or even. I think Sheik is a solid minus point 0.5. Where it's like
I think she's like
obviously
the
Sheik
archetype.
has the I don't think her archetype here, like I think she has the frame data to challenge like in the air specifically. And like I don't think she's that bad at going off stage against us.
What? But how does she HR like HR
Back
Kirby?
here.
If you got, but how? Like if you just got go low, like even if you just use your air dodge to go low, then and you don't have to do that always, right? But if you just go low and then start going up, like how will she ever hit you off stage? You
I
know,
do
especially if
agree
you
with
got
that.
your double
No,
jump,
I do agree
you
with that.
can.
But like I still think
Yeah,
it's hard. I just think it's hard. Cause like a lot of her stuff also sends outwards, like at a nice angle. Like her forward air, her nair, her like back air all send out pretty straight. And they all combo into bouncing fish at later percent, and they can just murder. And
like I
needles into
feel
up
for the
smash
bad.
murders.
Yeah, that's true, but it's also just really important to know, like, hey, I can die at 80 from middle up smash, and kind of just try not to get needle up smash, you know. But yeah, I agree. Like, I think Sheik is one of the most annoying characters to fight in the entire game, and people like to think so well of Sheik. But no, she's a degenerate.
No, she's a
Fuck.
degenerate ass character. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah, no, like I hate Sheik, but she's just I cannot even hate her because then I will down tilt like double down tilt into forward smash at like 55%, and like yeah, man, I just cannot be mad at Sheik. She's just she dies like a hamster, you know,
She's light, yeah,
like she's
but
just
like I feel like she has a Bayonetta thing where she just dies because she feels lighter than she should be.
yeah, yeah, I agree. I think she's human, man.
I'll leave
I
her
am
an even, but I
sorry.
disagree. I'll leave her an even though. Zelda
Fair enough.
minus zero point
I
0.5.
think yeah, yeah, that's like I think the fairest placement ever. Like neutral can be annoying, disadvantage can be annoying, but I don't think both are like excessively bad. Kirby got he can kill her early. She's easy to die right, but like it's uncomfortable, you know.
I feel like it's just like I would prefer to fight a Zelda than a Sheik. I'll be real. Zelda like blows us
I
up.
cannot really do that in the
I
lane.
disagree. Zelda blows us up with forward and back air. I agree. Knight is an annoyance upon annoyance. But God, the second we get in, it's actually just free pressure from us.
Yeah, Yeah, getting in on Zelda is so comfortable. I feel like ledge trapping Zelda is so comfortable. Just like all
Ledge
adventure against
trapping?
Zelda is pretty comfortable.
You wait, did you
Yeah, I
say
feel like
ledge trapping Zelda is uncomfortable or?
no, it's comfortable, very comfortable.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I think Zelda's
yeah, I
ledge
think
trapping
my
is really good, but like I think Phantom's slightly overrated when it comes to ledge trapping at times.
yeah, I agree. Like, yeah, I think minus 0.5 just because like neutral, especially. I feel like if the Zelda just plays really degenerate, can be kind of annoying. But that's
Copy
about it.
abilities. Also, I like copy ability. I do like copy ability.
Yeah, it's a fun ability to use.
Oh, Dr. Mario minus 0.5.
I I think even, but I
I
can low key see it just because I cannot stand fighting Yazar.
I
Like,
think no, you're real for that. That is the reason I am putting Dr. Mario next to Mario. I think they
yeah.
are the same level of annoyance. I don't care if people are like, "Oh, just edgeguard Dr. Mario." How? How? That uppy. That uppy.
No, let alone HCR. Just play neutral against Dr. Mario. That's
No, that's
impossible,
so
you know?
real, dude. Fighting neutral against Jazar is like fighting like. It feels like the hitboxes always trade, and I always lose somehow.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Like, I want to say, I think the right answer is it's even, and
I
I never
disagree.
even come.
I
I
disagree.
never came close to even struggling against any other Dr. Mario that's not named Yazar. So I think
I
it's just like a
I
Yazar
think if
difference.
Jazar, I think if Jazar is like fucking both of us, that shows that clearly the best, like the better Dr. Mario's have shown off that this matchup is clearly not even. It is slightly off. I think
But I
that
don't
we
know,
should not
man.
listen. I don't care if it's the Jazar difference. I think this is one I will argue with. We are leaving Dr. Mario in minus 0.5 until one of us comes back and has a winning record against Jazar.
It
Because at the
impresses me a
moment where
little. No,
neither of
I
us
think it's
do.
fair.
Neither of us do, bro.
No, I think it's fair, man. You can live in there. Like, I hate that character. I don't even hate that character, actually. I just hate fighting Yazar
I
and
low
Yazar
key,
only and specifically.
I low key would fight. I'd rather fight a good Mario than a good Doctor Mario. You know what I mean?
Like, yeah, I would rather
I
fight
feel like
Snow
I
or
blow
Kurama
up.
any day than fighting Yazar.
I feel like
Actually.
I blow up, and that's the entire sentence. I just feel like I blow up sometimes. Like I'll win
Yeah, no,
neutral.
for sure.
I'll take Jazar. I'll win neutral, and then suddenly Jazar like recovers because I traded with like Uppy and I lost the trade somehow, and I just I get exploded the next second. I can't high recover against Jazar because he'll parry it and then Uppy because it's frame 3. I can't nair on Jazar because he'll somehow always catch me and Uppy because it's frame 3. I can't like, it feels like he's going to Uppy and I know he's going to Uppy and I'm going to get hit by the Uppy. I feel like
Yeah.
I'm getting Dr. Mario'd.
Like, when I fought Yazar, I feel like if you get one opening, you really need to kill him of that one opening.
But it's so
Because
hard
if
to
not,
kill him off that one opening.
yeah. Like, I feel like rationally it's an even matchup, but if you want to do a minus 0.5, I
I
cannot
am
blame you.
keeping it. I do not care. I am keeping that minus 0.5 until one of us comes back with a winning matchup against Jazar.
That's fair.
Until that day, I don't believe it.
Plus 1. Or plus
What?
0.5.
Oh, I can actually see
Plus
that. Never mind.
0.5.
Loki, I see that. No, Loki, I agree with that one. I can see it between
Yeah,
these
like,
two. I do not see it as plus 1.
no, I think plus 0.5 is fair.
I just think like
Like, he
Pichu
dies.
explodes. I think Pichu explodes.
Yeah. Like, I feel like it's also just a really rewarding matchup for Kirby, but neutral isn't difficult. Like Sheik, right? Like, Sheik neutral is annoying, but she dies at fucking 60. Pichu isn't that actually hard to find in neutral. Like, I feel like up tilt against Pichu just like completely destroys him, and
I
he
think
dies like at 50. You
I
know?
was gonna say I think like F tilt's a really good poking move in this matchup. I think like I think all of our tilts are actually just good in this matchup. I'm gonna say it.
I agree.
I don't even think it's just like up tilt. I think F tilt's also really really good. I think down tilt's really really solid. And I think all of those like tilts just do super good against Pichu. Pichu doesn't just have the ability to like T-Jolt camp us when he's in the lead, because he's just going to lose the lead. Half the shit Pichu
Yeah.
throws out, he trades with us instead, and we'll always win that trade because Pichu's most likely going to do more damage to himself with the trade than we took. And then it's just Pichu doesn't also like Pichu just kind of explodes. Like you get a down tilt trip at 40 and he just kind of dies. Like it's
Yeah, for
sad.
sure.
It's kind of just
And
sad
Pichu will
sometimes.
actually be like, is the type of character that will occasionally miss at an F tilt tech at 40. You know?
Yeah, I agree. I also will say I think Pichu's juggling is way worse than Pikachu's because like his
For
tail
sure.
isn't disjointed like Pikachu's up air, and he'll just take a trade. Like if we just nair on top of him while landing, his up air and our nair are just gonna trade, and that's fine. We're going to win that.
Yeah. Yeah, I also feel like Pichu's edge guarding is kind of scary, but I like to feel Pikachu's is scarier, you know? Like he just falls
Pikachu's
too
is
fast.
like Pikachu's is super consistent. Pichu's is the type where it's way less consistent, but if you get hit, it kind of blows you up way harder. And low key,
Yeah.
Pikachu's is scarier because it is just consistent.
Yeah, I feel and also actually Kirby can surprise it's like not that bad of a edge guarding Pichu, right? Like he can sometimes downer the up B, downer the side B, back the side B, or just like to frame with dash attack, which is like really consistent surprisingly, or F or something. Like I actually feel like it's just a pretty comparable matchup. Like Kirby can also explode at times, but I feel like Pichu explodes more.
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah, I feel like plus 0.5. I could very potentially see +1, but I think plus 0.5 is a very fair placement.
Okay, this is going to sound weirdo. I put
Marth
Lucina
is
at
worse than
even.
Lucina.
I
Yeah,
think
Marth is worse
Marth is
than
minus 0.5.
Marth is worse than Lucina.
I think
That's
Marth
yeah.
is clearly a better Lucina against Kirby specifically. I think Lucina is like basically just an even matchup. But Marth
I
is
agree.
an
I
even
totally agree.
matchup, but he explodes us. And so he's just worse.
I also feel like neutral against Marth is like harder, you
I
know?
agree. No, I agree wholeheartedly because like if he hits us with like a forward air, for example, let me make a comparison. If Lucina forwards airs us at like a mid-ish percent, I don't know, like 30, that's kind of it. Like, oh shoot, we die out. Oh well, Lucina doesn't really get a follow-up. She just has to like read our next move. If Marth hits us, oh, we are going so much further. One, two. If he hits it with a sour spot, he can get another combo off, even though we're at like 30. Marth's also just like
Yeah.
his moves when he spaces like tippers are so much harder to punish than Lucina's. Like if I'm
Yeah, they're
tippered on
impossible to
shield,
punish actually.
I can't just like forward air pressure. I can forward air pressure Lucina if she forward airs my shield,
Yeah.
right? But I can't forward air pressure Marth if he spaces a tipper on her shield because that shit has like 90 frames of like shield stun for some reason.
She's still Yeah, I also feel like even though I feel getting again like off the corner against Bo is kind of annoying, I feel like getting off the corner against Mars
It's so
is
much
so much
scarier.
worse.
It's so much scarier.
Yeah,
I feel like getting out of the corner against Lucina is very like yeah, I agree, it's annoying, but I feel like it's so much more doable. I think I have a
yeah,
winning record against Mr. E, or like a very close to winning record against Mr. E. And I think part of the reason why is just because like I think Lucina at ledge doesn't just randomly blow you up. It's very consistent, like
yeah,
hitting you off stage again. It's not like you're going to die unless you're super high. Marth, on the other hand, nah. You at 70,
yeah.
you're close to death, bro. You're close to death. You at 80 or 90, you're gonna die. You're gonna get tipper backyard somehow, and you're gonna
Or
explode.
Keeper Eptil or yeah. No, I agree. Mars is actually worse than. Like I think we are on the same page here.
I agree. I just think tippers are really good. Like that. I don't know what else to say. I think tippers are really, really good.
I think that's really really true.
I have a 4-3 record against Mr. E.
I also like fight Lucina pretty often because just Javi like in my region and like he's also just pretty good. And I also feel like it's like one like alright matchup. One where I fought like good Marth, I just feel like it's harder, like the character, you know.
I agree. No, I wholeheartedly agree. I think Lucina is just like purely even because her moves just don't. I feel like her moves are actually worse when it comes to doing what they need
Yeah,
to do against Kirby. But then Marth has
yeah, for
exactly
sure.
what he needs. Like, I don't know what else to say there.
Yeah, yeah. No, I think we're on the same page here.
All right. Next up, Young Link, and I'm gonna kind of let you think about that for a second while I move some stuff to the side.
Young is a weird one.
I think Young Link is a
Like
good minus 0.5 ish, maybe a minus, maybe a minus one,
one. Uh, like
somewhere.
yeah, that's exactly how I feel like. I feel like he's not that bad, but he could potentially be bad enough to be a minus one. But I definitely feel like Kirby got his stuff, you know, like
I
and
think
neutral
he's
is
like,
like annoying.
I think he's one of the
Yeah,
worser minus 0.5s. You know, I think
yeah, for sure.
I think he could be a minus 0.5. I think he could be a minus 0.5. If you argued for a minus one, I'd low key put him there. I would agree with you. I think this one is very mix and matchy. I don't know exactly where to put him.
I think I don't know. Like I feel like if the Youngling is good at like using bombs and stuff, it can be kind of annoying. I think mm, I think minus 0.5 is good for now. Just like it's one of the worst minus 0.
I think like I think Boomerang and Neutral B like Fire Arrow aren't that bad. I think Nair does a really good job, and I think crouching under them at lower like at close range is fine. But like I agree
Yeah,
with you. I think Bomb is just annoying to deal with.
yeah. Also, Team Class on your recent Majestic Soul set. I feel like I was playing very scared. Like I feel like I definitely wasn't playing the way I should have been playing against Majestic. Like I don't think I was playing bad, but I definitely think I could have played better, and I was just like not respecting a lot of good joning options. Like he does a lot the the downer like the pogo like auto cancel, and he just like got like downer into upper, and I got
That's like 40,
like
yeah.
40 from that. Yeah, that's like
Because like
40.
if all your moves are
And
fresh, if all his moves are fresh, and he does like double pogo, that's like that's a lot of damage. That's like almost 30, and then another up air, and then you're like 40.
yeah, yeah. Honestly, that's was the reason I was considering like minus one because like even though I won, I feel like it was rough. But I feel like Kirby got like more than enough tools for it to be minus 0.5. But maybe the matchup develops to just like Yoling becoming more unhittable. I feel like it could be minus one.
I agree. We'll leave him there for now then.
Yeah, that's fair.
Ooh, Ganondorf.
I
I
think it's
think
winning. I totally think it's
I
winning. Yeah.
think I think it's like I think I low key think it's better than Falcon, but like
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
it's
I
nah,
think it's
it's
better than
somewhere
Falcon too.
around Falcon. I think it's somewhere around Falcon. If you say better or
No,
worse than
I think
Falcon,
it's
it doesn't really
better.
matter. I could see both. I just think it's somewhere there, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Like we sometimes explode, very sometimes. And
No, he has the
off
ability. You're
screen,
right. Forward air, like Ganon forward air is an explode you move. I'm gonna say it right now.
yeah,
Ganon forward
yeah. No,
air
it totally
is
is.
an explode you move. Ganon back air is a explode you consistently move.
To be fair, I think you definitely have more experience against competent Ganondorf.
Major makes me want to say it's here. I'm gonna be so honest with you. Major makes me want to say it's plus 0.5, and I'm gonna be
But
honest.
I think
I'll put it at what plus one, but Major has shown me the light of what the fuck. And to be
yeah,
fair, if
like
you watch our sets, the only thing you can really say about them is what the fuck. Because I look back at them sometimes, and even I don't understand what I'm doing. I don't understand what he's doing, and then I move on.
yeah, like, I watched your set against Major and Cascadia Clash. Like their one that was really close. And I feel like, and I think that I watched a little bit of another, but I feel like really as soon as you're as if the Kirby is playing compose, like I feel like Kirby should always have the edge. You know,
I
like I
don't
feel the
think
way Ganondorf
composure.
wins that matchup
I don't think
is
composure
just
was
playing
in
well.
either of our vocabularies that day, because we were throwing options out that I don't understand.
I agree, but I think Ganondorf benefits more of both players playing uncomposed, you know?
I agree. Oh.
I think plus one is good enough.
I think we just combo him hard. I'll be real. Oh, Mewtwo.
Okay,
I
this is a
have
weird one.
zero clue. I think it's either even or minus 0.5.
I agree. I feel like I honestly lean a little bit more to minus 0.5, but I could see
I'll put it there. Nah, I'm putting it minus 0.5. Bro,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real. I could see it either. I think Mewtwo Shadow Ball is a really good move. Like, that's the entire sentence. It just makes it good. I think Mewtwo back air when you're off stage is very scary. I think Mewtwo forward air is an explode you type move. I think Mewtwo has a big hitboxes, but a big hurt box to compensate. And so it really does feel like sometimes you just bullshit him. Like, I think I was playing against...
just set it out.
I was playing against Frostbite, and he pulled out his Mewtwo secondary because I was fucking his Roy up, right? And
yeah,
I think that's the first time in a while, like a long while, I fought a competent Mewtwo. And it just felt like I was bullshitting him sometimes. I'm pretty sure I didn't hit him at one point with an up smash, but his tail hurt box said, yeah, you did. Like, I think you just kind of bullshit this character sometimes, and he dies for it.
Yeah, like his disadvantage is horrible against, everyone, but that
I was gonna say, I think his disadvantage is just bad, because in Smash 4, he could just mash the best air dodge in the game. And in Smash Ultimate, he has one air dodge that's pretty decent. It's not godlike anymore, it's pretty decent.
No double jump, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Like, his double jump's so slow, and he's so floaty. Warp is good. I will say, his warp is pretty good. That's it.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I feel like it's minus 0.5 just because, like,
big hitboxes sometimes.
It's actually deceptively hard, and
I agree.
We can sometimes explode, but like I feel like honestly I could see it being even, but I would leave it in minus 0.5.
I absolutely agree. All right, Roy and Chrom are very different. I think Roy is
I actually think
0.5.
both are winning. I used to think Chrom was worse.
I think Chrom is slightly worse, like even. But I think Roy is winning.
Agree it's worse.
By like, I don't know if it's winning that much worse. The problem is, I don't know if it's that much worse. I think Chrom is slightly worse than Roy. I think Roy,
I agree.
We deal with better just because Roy gets bullshitted by our tiny hitbox, just never getting hit by Sweet Spot half the time. I watched Cola. I beat Cola, right? You know, I remember this because it happened in like real life. He said, what? And I agreed because I didn't understand either. I ran forward and Cola back-aired me because I jumped, right? And I thought I was going to die because I was at like 90 at the ledge. And then I got sour spotted. And I was just sitting there like, oh, I don't deserve this. And then I won.
Yeah, I feel like that's like the main thing against Roy. And also just like his disadvantage, ain't good. He can like neutral is pretty comfy for us. We can parry, we can anti-air, we can brawl, we can do whatever we want. Obviously not unwinnable.
Not whatever we
Roy,
want, but like
it's just a good character.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also used to say like Chrom was even and Roy was winning, but I feel like Chrom's is just not worse enough than Roy. Then combined with Roy.
The reason I think Chrom is fine, like the reason I would put Chrom slightly worse than Roy, of course, but at 0.5 is literally just because
I agree
Chrom's recovery truly is a dog shit marvel.
So
I think,
and Roy is actually
okay. This is gonna sound weird. Give Chrom Ike side B, right? And Chrom suddenly, is like a standard -1, and is so much better. I think if we remove Dancing Blade and give him Ike side B and like Ike recovery, keep his up B like exactly the same, give him Ike side B, bro, he's so good. He would actually be good. He'd be Ike recovery, but like imagine an actually good neutral.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Problem is he doesn't, and he just
Yeah.
dies. I don't even think it's like a hamster death thing. I just think it's like a Chrom death thing. Like
I
he's
think I
just
agree. I agree.
unique in that regard.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's both are plus 0.5.
I'm okay with that. I still think Roy is a better matchup
Yeah.
though, for sure.
I agree with that.
Okay,
totally.
here's my. I think Game and Watch is our
No,
second worst matchup.
No,
I think
I
Samus.
disagree.
I think Samus because like last.
No,
I will
actually-
say it. Last time we had this matchup chart, right? You put Samus as our second worst matchup. I disagree. I think Game and Watch. If you argue for a minus 1.5, sure, I could see it. The problem is, I think Game and Watch is our second worst matchup still. I think it's Steve, then I think it's Game and Watch.
I don't know, man. I honestly
Name
like
one worse matchup that's not Steve. I don't want to hear Steve.
I honestly think that the way Kirby's developing outside of Steve, not like there's no matchup that is close to being like, oh yeah, this matchup's horrendous, right?
I still think even if it's not, I do agree. I think Steve is the most horrendous matchup we have, but I still think Game and Watch is our second worst matchup. I cannot,
I think,
out of any of these characters, say with confidence that I would rather fight less. I think Game and Watch is our second worst.
I think that even though I don't think it's actually that bad of a matchup, but I think it's just because Kirby actually doesn't have that bad of matchups outside of like
Steve.
I think Snake might actually be our second worst matchup.
What?
I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's that bad. I think I play Snake all the time. It's alright. It's not bad. But I also play Game & Watch pretty often, and I feel like I don't know. I actually can see your Game & Watch take, but I also think it's minus 1.5.
You know what?
I think
I'll put him at
minus
minus 1.5. No, I'll put him at minus 1.5. But I truly believe that if we ordered this tier list, it would be Steve, then Game & Watch, and then low key. I agree with. I think Snake is.
How would you order, like, now that we're on the topic, like, how would you order Game & Watch, Snake, Samus, and Rob? Like, from worst to best.
Rob? I don't think Rob is in contention for, like, I don't think Rob is in contention for one of our worst matchups. Well, he is. But, like, I think there's a gap. I think Game & Watch.
Okay, that's fair.
I think Snake. And then I think Big Gap. Where the fuck is he? I think Big Gap. We put Rob maybe over here. I could even see Rob as a -1, but I get it. I see Rob as a -1.5.
Oh wait, I think we're forgetting Sonic.
Gap.
You think Sonic's good? Not that good, horrible, not that horrible.
I low-key like fighting Sonic.
Me
oh
too.
wait, no, hold up. My roommate sent me a DM. I have to check that real quick. I forgot. Now my roommate's a Sonic main. All right, let me check this shit. He's telling me to put him in even. So my roommate is on drugs at the moment. My roommate is on drugs at the moment, apparently. Clearly, this is the work of a madman. Anyways, so I think Sonic. I actually like fighting Sonic. I also
like fighting Sonic. But like, I feel like you have to learn it, and even when you learn it, you just like realize, yeah, no, this is totally a super losing matchup. I don't even think it's super losing. I actually enjoy fighting Sonic. I do agree. I think Sonic is a -1.5 solidly. I think I'd rather fight a Sonic than a Samus in terms of fun specifically. Me too, for sure.
I think Game & Watch is our second worst. I think I could see Snake as our third worst. Maybe Samus
Honestly,
is our fourth.
I think you just convinced me that maybe Game & Watch is our second worst matchup.
I think Game & Watch is solidly our second worst. I can see Snake as our third. Samus is... I could kind of see them as our fourth. Samus, Sonic, maybe fifth. I think Rob is like... I think Rob is very close to being a -1. I'll be 100% honest. I also think this one was funny.
I agree.
I fought MK Big Boss. I fought MK Big Boss at a pre-local to one of the Eugene bounds, right? And I like brought him close every game, and then right afterwards, I'm like, So how do I play this matchup differently than Guilheww? And he's like, you run in and actually pressure me. And I'm like,
Yeah, it's fair.
that's fair. I feel like,
Like I feel
I've
like
seen some of your Rob sets, and sometimes I feel like you don't take enough advantage of Rob disadvantage.
yeah, like I feel like as of late I've been getting a lot better at the Rob matchup. But mainly is actually Rob is not that much of a like he doesn't have that many options, right? Like even though he's broken as fuck, like I feel like he needs to nerf so much that you just
You
parry,
parry.
and
No, I
eventually the
agree.
Rob gets so conditioned that when he's landing, you can feel how he has to put so much brain power into doing a mix up. And even then, sometimes he just nerfs anyways, you know? Like, actually.
Yeah, you know what? That's fair. I just think like, speaking of these like minus 1.5s, I guess. Game and Watch, big ass hurt boxes. I mean hit boxes. His hurt box is actually pretty good. His up out of shield is stupid as fuck. That's like it. You can't pressure Game and Watch. You can pressure the rest of the cast as Kirby. That's what I think makes it really, really annoying.
Yeah.
And I think his hitboxes and I think his
I
juggle
agree with
game.
you.
I think his juggle game specifically is what makes him so hard and annoying to deal with.
I think everything, like, I honestly agree with you now. Like, I just had to think about it a little more.
Because
But yeah, I
I
actually
think
feel like
you were wrong if you say anything else is. I clearly think it's Steve then Game and Watch. I can't imagine
yeah, I
any other
agree.
character.
Like,
Snake
I
is
feel
just
like neutral is just difficult, even though
I
Kirby
agree.
kind of got some stuff. Because, like, Fair just shuts down a lot of Game & Watch stuff. But I don't think neutral is comparable because we cannot hit his shield comparably, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And disadvantage is just unplayable. Like, being in the air, horrendous. Being off stage, horrendous. Being at ledge, horrendous.
Oh yeah, no, he's one of the
Like,
better characters at edge guarding us as well. I forgot about that. Back air.
yeah. Yeah, like, he just back airs, and we sometimes just cannot do anything, right? And even if he wants to, like, even if we somehow manage to go low, we either get ledge trapped, which is also unbearable, or we get down there at high percent and it's like untakeable for whatever reason.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, also, yeah, Game & Watch Fair is like annoying. Like, I feel like the matchup would be ironically a lot better without Game & Watch Fair, but sadly Game & Watch got Fair, so it's like actually not that much better. So yeah, I agree, it's minus 1.5, but our second worst match.
Roommate is Springy L. Actually, I went game 9 with Guilheww twice that one night. Sonic is minus 100 MU.
Well, it's already a minus 1.5. What do you want?
Originally, he said even, to be fair. I think that's just really funny. Snake is just like...
It is.
Snake's just like... You just take so much damage. If you lose the lead, it's so hard to get it back. Because Snake just has the ability to just keep grenading and keep dealing damage against you. Getting a lead, I think if we have a lead against Snake, it's really good. The hard part is getting that lead. Like, if we get the kill first, it's so good. But getting that is so hard. And even then, Snake has really, really good kill power. Nikita's really annoying to deal with because even if we nair it, he can just deactivate it and activate a new hitbox. Like, it's just hard sometimes. And down tilt's a war crime. Snake down tilt. I don't know why anybody never talks about this. Why is Snake down tilt like that?
Yeah, I actually feel like Snake down tilt is so good against Kirby, you know?
I agree.
Like, I feel like dealing because it ducks on their fair. Like, how is that fair, you know?
It hits like everything, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, like I feel like Snake is a matchup that if you are fighting a worse player than you will for the most part win. But it's also just difficult and annoying.
Sonic, low. I think Sonic's fine in minus 1.5. It's just like spin dash invincibility is really hard to deal with. We have Nair when he's actually in spin dash. And like spin charge and spin dash, like the charge one down B is actually not that hard to deal with. All of our moves will beat out spin like down B compared to side B. Side B invincibility is just what screws us so hard and makes this matchup hard. His mobility just makes it hard for us to hit him sometimes, which can make it hard to kill because we're constantly just trying to beat out side B and down B. And like His recovery is actually really good. Like, he actually has mix-ups with the recovery, and it's annoying to deal with.
Yeah.
If we get copy
Yeah, I
ability,
agree.
I think this matchup is really solid, though. I think it's fine if we get copy ability. Rob, I think Rob could be a -1. I honestly do think Rob could be a -1.
I honestly think it could be a -1, but I also think it's bad enough to be a -1.5.
I'll leave him
But I
there.
think you can better play it.
I'll leave him there, but I think Rob is just like, as long as you like learn how to parry timing and like learn how to like dash past lasers and down Bs, you do pretty good. In close quarter combat, we kind of do pretty good. Like, Rob can scrap, but Kirby can scrap. And it's annoying.
Yeah.
I think that's the entire matchup. I think it's just annoying. I think Meta Knight is a -0.5.
I agree. I thought it was worse before, but I definitely think it's just like annoying.
I will say this as well. I think it's really funny. The last good Meta Knight I fought, I think was literally Bonk. I think I'm 90% sure it was Bonk. And you know how I won that set? I cheesed him. I suck and cucked him, and then I like the second cuck's not gonna kill because it's footstool. Meta Knight has what, 6 jumps like us? He's just gonna jump up, right? So after the first footstool, I went immediately back down and footstooled him again. And then I just kind of camped. Like, I played lame, I played really shield heavy, I played really crouch heavy, and I just waited for the Meta Knight to approach me after I got a stock lead. And I think that's one thing. Meta Knight's really good at camping you when he has a lead. The hard part is like getting that lead. Meta Knight doesn't do a shit ton of damage per move, even if every move has a high knockback value, which means he's just good at killing. Like, he's solid at killing. If you're off stage, it's actually kind of scary. But like, his moves themselves don't do much damage. If you get a lead, it's kind of really nice. It's just kind of really nice. The part that makes it -0.5, in my opinion, is if you do get dash attacked, if you do get like, you know, hit by that combo starter, it's so hard. You're gonna get laddered.
Yeah, like I feel like I think off stage against Meta Knight is kind of scary, and obviously getting cheesed, right? Like that's the elephant in the room in this matchup. But outside of that, I feel like Kirby's just pretty good at brawling with Meta Knight, and I feel like if you get a lead, it's not really hard. And I feel like also if you know how to play around the cheese, you won't get cheese like nearly as much, right?
Exactly.
So I think it's like an alright matchup, you know? Like I feel like I don't think I definitely don't think it's even, but I think it's a pretty alright, like pretty even comfortable, I would say, if you know how to play it.
I agree with you. The pits. I think the pits are like the same for the most part. I think they're like even.
Yeah, I agree.
I just think he has like good shit, but his hitboxes are kind of mid. And so we trade a lot, or Kirby will win a lot of trades. And then like pits just do have decent range and decent tools. Like back air is really good. I think back air is a really, really good tool. And they have solid combos.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like they got stuff, you know, they can be annoying. I could argue, even though I think it's even is alright, I could maybe argue for a +0.5, just because I feel like us being small is actually really, really good, and sometimes we just get like more stuff than they do. Like I could argue a +0.5, but I think even is fine.
I think even is fine. I can see where you're coming from. This is a weird one. The next one, though.
This is like I feel like Zero Suit is one of the weirdest Kirby matchups because, like, on one side, she's a winning matchup and a losing matchup at the same time. You know,
I agree.
Like
Zero Suit with the lead is a losing matchup. Zero Suit without a lead is not.
Yeah, like I feel like this is one of the matchups that the lead matters the most. I think even just because she can like sometimes be kind of untouchable, but she like I think that, like there are a lot of Kirby matchups I feel like are like you cannot touch me because I'm small, and I cannot touch you because you're mobile. And I feel like that applies to a few matchups, but I don't think there's a greater example to that than suits Samus.
Yeah, I agree. We'll keep her there. I think ZSS with a lead is really hard, just because, like you said, we can't hit her. But if ZSS loses the lead and like loses stock, especially, it's hard for her all of a sudden.
Yeah, yeah. I think even's fair.
I think even's very fair.
Even's pretty fair.
Wario.
Even.
I'll put even. Yeah.
Or I could. Yeah, even's good. Even's good. Yeah, I think we're on the same page here. Like, or hitboxes are just really good against Wario. I feel like.
I agree. I think the Wario is good because like he can just, like I said, explode. Wario is I will explode one of your stocks character.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think that's what makes him scary. When I was playing Loaf, I think I was scared the most of Wario like getting nared into wafted at ledge. So I kind of like played to avoid that when he had waft. I feel like if we play patient and we like use our hitboxes and use like trades and get a lead, it's not bad. It's just he does explode. He can just explode you.
Yeah, like I feel like Kirby's actually a really solid character at playing around Wario's like just cheese factor. And I also feel like, Wario's like easy to combo, like the bike can be a little annoying just because like Kirby ain't that mobile, so like he can sometimes try to skip this advantage.
I agree.
But I don't think it's too bad. I feel like Kirby does pretty solidly against Wario.
At the beginning of Ultimate, I thought Ike was one of our worst matchups.
I think we all thought at the beginning of Ultimate. I agree. I actually agree. Totally agree.
If this was the beginning of Ultimate, I will be 100% honest. I would have put him over here. Like I would have put Ike at like -1, -1.5.
I would have. If this was the beginning of Ultimate, I know Ike's so bad, worse than Steve, banned this character, but I feel like he's so normal,
He's just good at doing stuff against Kirby, and that's it. Nair is just a really good move against Kirby, but if we like shield it or parry it, yeah, even if we parry it, we can't really get a grab if he spaces it. But like, we can do something like we can suddenly pressure his shield with tilts or like read his jump, which he's probably gonna jump again. Forward air, back air, do something to anti-air him. Like, take a trade in the air, and the trades in the air are always good for us because we're going to get sent up, he's going to get sent left, right, whatever. It's just annoying. That's the entire matchup. Because he has such a big-ass sword that he swings with Nair, it's just annoying. And if you get hit at, like, 70 and up air, you die. Like, you have to just be careful of that.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I actually also think we are on the same page here.
PT Trainer. Okay, Pokemon Trainer.
It's weird. This is a weird one. I think, yeah, -0.5. Like, I feel like PT feels like on paper you think, yeah, PT is a -1, right? But in practice, I feel like he's totally. Well, I don't know if totally, but I feel like he's a -0.5. Like, I don't think he's that bad or that hard to fight.
I think Squirtle does a good job at brawling against us. But I think we have like a better damage output. Like if Squirtle gets a hit, they get like a good amount of damage, right? But if we get a hit, we do slightly more. The Squirtle just feels like a faster version of us that does less damage. Like
like I feel like his out of shield especially is deceptively good against Kirby. Like
I agree.
And sometimes even up B. Like
I agree. I think Waterfall is really good at pulling us in.
Yeah, for sure. Like, Waterfall is actually a pretty massive move.
Dude, Waterfall hitbox is big!
Yeah, for sure. Like, I agree with that. Like, I feel Squirtle can be pretty annoying, but I feel like if we just play, like, very bait and punishy, like, defensive, it's kind of hard for him to, like, get an opening,
Yeah, I agree, but it's still, like, if Squirtle gets that opening, he does, like, 30 or 40.
Yeah.
But I think we can, like, do more damage consistently. Essentially,
I feel like Ivysaur is scary, but I don't think
I agree.
But like, I don't think he's far over. I don't know.
I think
Ivysaur
fighting
like or a
Ivysaur's a girl. Okay, so Ivysaur, funny enough, is a girl in Japanese and a boy in American, I'm pretty sure. Because in Japanese, Ivysaur is actually female when it comes to the voice actor, and also I think the references in Palutena's guidance, which is completely unnecessary knowledge. Fun fact, Plant is a girl. Fun fact, Piranha Plant in Smash is a girl.
That's like the funniest fun fact of fun fact. Like you fun fact it.
Real. But like, Ivysaur, she's scary because down air and up air are just big ass hitboxes.
Yeah,
And
like
other
she's
than
scary
that,
because
it's a sword character.
Uppy is also scary. Yeah.
Uppy is very scary, I agree. If you throw Vine
But I
Whip
feel
out,
like
it's
neutral
scary.
is not that hard.
Neutral's not that bad.
Yeah. Like I feel she's just scary, period.
Charizard just Charizard's
She's
just the
also scary,
rawest
period, I
form
feel.
of kill power I've ever seen. That back air is a war crime. Other than that, I think Charizard's fine.
Yeah, like I feel like also his out of shield at kill percent can be pretty good against Kirby. Especially like they be like in the middle of fair.
Preemptively, yeah.
Yeah. But I like he's just unsafe. He's kind of linear. Like obviously he's scary as fuck. But outside of that, I feel like he's not that bad.
It's like back air and uppy you really do have to worry about.
Yeah, up smash doesn't hit like half the time.
I kind of agree. Yeah, no, up smash is just really fast. That's why you have to worry about it. But if you just space your moves, you're kind of chilling.
Yeah, I agree. I
It's
feel
the
minus
same
0.5 is a fair placement.
No, I agree with
like
that.
I don't feel fighting PT is nearly as close as like fighting Yoshi, for instance.
Diddy Kong.
This is a weird one. It's either minus 0.5 or minus 1, but
Fighting
I
Tweak,
think
when I fought Tweak, it felt like a minus 0.5.
okay, if you say that, because I honestly think it's a minus 0.5, but I also feel like I fought good Diddy Kongs, but I haven't fought any amazing Diddy Kongs. But I honestly do believe it's a minus 0.5, and if you say so, then
have you ever watched Mii versus Tweak?
I saw your side. It was actually like super close. Like you could have totally won that. Just like one or two different interactions. But like it was really close. Like it didn't seem like as overwhelming as some people would expect Kirby Diddy Kong to look. Just because he's so mobile and he controls neutral so well.
I agree. I do agree.
I think minus 0.5 is fair.
I honestly feel like if I didn't fight Tweak, I feel like I'd put it in -1. Because I think in theory it is a -1. I think Monkey Flip
I feel in
like,
theory it should totally be worse. But in practice it's just deceptively comfortable. Like I feel like neutral is annoying but not that annoying,
I think I agree. I think Monkey Flip is like a war crime, but most things aren't. I feel like most things make sense. It's just Monkey Flip that I feel like is a war crime. Banana's just really annoying to deal with. You just have to think about how to space and throw out your moves. Like, you have to use brain power again.
Yeah, for sure. Like, it can be a really slow matchup, but, like, not bad. Yes, occasionally slow.
I agree. Lucas, I think, is a -0.5.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I don't know exactly how to explain it, but, like, neutral is a little bit uncomfortable.
PK
Fire is a little bit uncomfortable.
I think PK Fire is what makes it a little bit uncomfortable. I think Lucas has some of the best retreating moves in the game. I think Lucas retreating is just hard to deal with.
Yeah,
and then I think big hitboxes that kill pretty well. I think that also is pretty good. I think Lucas is low-key really good in last hits.
I agree,
low-key think
but
Lucas
I feel like
is
you
pretty
can
good in
also
last
mash
hits.
on Lucas on last hits.
You can. I just think Lucas is good because he has all these retreating stuff like Snake. He has retreating like side B, and all his aerials are pretty good when they're retreating, and I think that makes him really good in last hits. Comparative to us, but I think in general it's just like a close -0.5. I could see it up or down, but like it's weird, you know?
Yeah, yeah, and I agree. I think minus 0.5 is a pretty fair placement.
I low-key... I think this character's
Even,
annoying, but I think he's...
yeah,
Yeah.
it's annoying, but I think it's even. Like, I think he's just not good enough, and Kirby got good enough stuff for it to be
I
worse than even.
I think we just... If we hit him, he takes 80. He's taking 80.
Yeah,
If,
yeah,
like,
for sure.
I'm gonna say it. Diddy has one of the worst animations in the entire game when it comes to getting hit. Because for some reason, most characters, like, you know, push back and get, like, leaner or lean further away. Or, like, you know, hitbox, like, shifting. I feel like Diddy has the opposite effect. Where he hitbox shifts to make himself bigger when he gets hit somehow. I
Yeah,
don't even know how to
no, I
explain
agree.
it. It's just... It's
Like,
bad.
I feel like specifically Diddy, the matchup really just boils down to get an opening, get 80, get an up tilt, get a there right, and kill him.
Well, no, I think at
Like,
like early percents, it's the exact same thing, but it's instead of that, it's at early percents, get an opening, get a forward air, get a like any combo starter, and then
yeah,
he takes 80. The hard part
and
is getting the opening though. That's I will say that is actually kind of hard. Cuz like Diddy's
yeah,
hammer
I
is actually
agree.
a decent disjoint. Back air is like a decent disjoint. I think back air is scary because it has good kill power 1 and it's a decent disjoint. I think it's way, like, if he forward airs you, I'm not really that scared. Back air, terrifying. Up air's
I
alright.
agree,
Up air's
but you
alright.
can like fare a lot. Like, I feel like
Yeah.
you just kind of fare a lot, and like what he will do, you know, like he cannot deal with fair pressure, you know.
Throw out Gordo whenever he, like, you know, throws out Gordo in neutral. You just nair it. If he throws out Gordo at the ledge, you can do, like, an up B from ledge, and it'll hit the Gordo back.
Yeah,
Like, I don't
yeah, that's
know.
good too.
It's just hard to get in against his disjointed, like, forward tilt and back air, I feel like. And that's what makes it hard.
Yeah, like I think it's not a winning matchup because neutral
No.
can be annoying and disadvantage is sometimes annoying,
I know,
but
I agree.
definitely not worth than even.
And I think he's one of the easiest characters in the game to two-frame with dash attack.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Like he's just not that hard to bring. Yeah.
Olimar! Mine is 0.5.
Yeah, a part of my heart wants to argue even, but I think it's fair.
Nah, I agree.
Okay, fair. Then we got it.
Listen, I didn't want to sound crazy. I think Olimar is one of the worser evens, I guess. But like, I
Yeah,
absolutely see him as even. Pikmin, like if he throws Pikmin on us, aside from purple, of course, we just nair. If he like a lot of our stuff just wins because nair wins everything. Like nair beats out like smash attacks, nair beats out side Bs. Nair like really only loses to aerials and purple. Like purple's the only reason that I don't like this matchup sometimes. But I have a winning record
yeah,
on Candle. I do pretty good against MFA. Like I've
yeah. No, I
beaten
think
Candle every
Olimar is
time.
actually just. I think Olimar is actually just really like Kirby stuff. Just works really well against Olimar.
I
You know.
agree. No, I agree. I think forward air is really good
Yeah.
because it
Also,
like shield poking Olimar. Shield poking Olimar is low key a war
yeah,
crime.
it's so easy.
It shouldn't be that easy. I don't think Olimar should have that hurt box, but I'm glad he does.
Yeah, also like the elephant in the room, it's not even like necessary, but the copy ability is just so good.
I don't
Like,
even think it's necessary 90% of the time.
yeah, like it's not necessary, but God is good, you know.
You know, you want to hear something really funny?
Mm-hmm.
There was an Olimar player at a local I fought who was really, really good. And like afterwards, I'm like, okay, who the fuck was that? Because they were low key beating my ass like Candle was. And one of them was like, oh yeah, they were PR'd in this state, blah blah blah, and they're getting back into the game. I'm like, oh shit, nice. And we went to timeout. We went to timeout, bro. I got the copy ability, and I just started timing him out.
Yeah,
I
yeah, like actually,
I don't know what else
Olimar
to say
cannot
there.
approach the ability.
I think Olimar has a really good ability. I don't even think it's necessary. I don't think you should
Yeah,
fish for I'll be honest. I don't think you should fish for the ability. I think if you
I
like
agree. I totally
get an
agree.
up
Thanks
tilt,
for saying it.
I think in some matchups you have to fish. Like if I'm fighting a Samus, I have to fish for the ability. If I'm fighting a Sonic, I have to fish for the ability. But if I'm fighting an Olimar, I'm not going for the ability. That is never my first thought. If I get a clear like, oh yeah, this Olimar has been shielding in neutral a lot whenever I'm like approaching from the air, this is an easy time to just copy ability by inhaling. I'll do it. But then if he's not, I'm not going to go for it.
Yeah, yeah, I totally agree. Like I feel like the matchup works very much fine without the copy ability.
You might disagree.
Lucario's
Lucario's
fine.
even.
No, I agree.
Oh shit, really?
I
You
agree.
disagreed with this a year and a half ago.
Yeah, but now I think I just had a bad conception of what Kirby Lucario is.
I think Kirby Lucario is even. I think Kirby is just better at like close quarter combat every single time. Lucario's frame data and hitboxes, especially at low aura, just cannot compete with Kirby at close quarters. The thing Lucario does good is when if you can't kill Lucario at high aura, bro, Aura Sphere is suddenly an actual legitimate threat. It goes from like, oh cool, I got hit by Aura Sphere, I'm taking like 15 to 20 to I'm going to die. I am at 65. God save the queen. And it's just like, it's scary times. But I think it's even because we do really good in close quarters. Lucario low-key has a bad recovery, in my opinion. I think Lucario is easier to edgeguard not because they're like linear or anything. I think Lucario has a shit ton of mix-ups they can do with their uppy. But that's not the problem. It's not the fact that they can mix up a lot. The problem with Lucario uppy is that Lucario like clasps his hands together, starts praying to God like, oh my God, please, please let me recover to the ledge or on stage for a full like second almost. It's like a fucking 45 frame animation or something that before he starts moving. And then he starts moving.
No, I totally agree. Like, once you realize that Lucario, for the most part, do not want to go to ledge and just like start covering that, I feel like the matchup is so much like just
you have
easier,
so much time to react. You have so much time to nair, fair, whatever. Like, you can dare that shit because it's so slow. And like you said, a lot of Lucarios like using the fact that the end of their move, like uppy, has a hitbox when he So there's actually two different types of hitboxes. There's landing hitbox, which is when he bonks into the stage. That creates a shockwave hitbox. And there's a secondary hitbox. When he slides onto stage, he has double control of where you go. He can shoot you behind him or he can shoot you in front of him by changing the direction of the control stick when he's sliding on the ground. And there's a clear hitbox that looks like a wind, like a little bit of like a wind animation on the end of the uppy when he slides onto the stage. And then there's an aerial hitbox. The aerial hitbox is the same as the sliding hitbox. If he really wants to, he can send you behind him during that by pressing the control stick behind him. You just have to be aware of that. The hitbox itself has a high priority, so you have to be careful a little bit. But everything you throw out will like trade, or not even trade. It'll like clank with it essentially. If it's a landing hitbox, specifically sliding animation, and then it'll trade half the time when it's in the air.
Yeah, like I feel like Kirby's are actually super solid against Lucario. Like I feel like
not that good.
Yeah,
as long as
I think it's even. I think it's an even matchup.
Toon Link.
I don't like it. Like I really, I don't know if it's like a me thing, but I honestly really don't like it. I think it could be -1, maybe. Like it definitely feels worse than
Young Link.
Pokemon Trainer, you know.
Oh, I was using Young Link. It's definitely worse than Link. Link is like even-ish. Link's
it's
like
totally
over here.
losing.
I think it is -0.5 to -1.
I think I feel slightly more inclined to -1, but I'm not sure.
Oh, for now, I'm with you in the dark here.
Yeah, like against I feel like I just like against Marvel's Marco, I feel like I just
struggle way more than I think I should, and I don't know if it's because I don't know the matchup or
The
if
word
the matchup is actually
I was thinking of Marvelous Marco as well when you said that. I'm low key
yeah.
like here's why I think it's minus 0.5. Because me and Marvelous Marco went last stock twice. It's just I feel like it's minus 0.5, but I feel like it's worse than Youngling for sure at the moment.
Yeah.
I just think I can see it as minus 0.5. I
Like
think
I think
Bomb is a
I can also
problem. I think
I
Bomb is
could also
just a
see it at
problem.
minus 0.5, but I think it definitely could be bad enough to be -1. Like it feels a little wrong to put it like alongside Mario, you know, or like I don't know, like Pacey Pokemon. Like I think it's worse.
This is
Not sure
oh
though.
Chrom. I did not mean to drag your ass. Where the fuck is Roy? There he is.
Yeah.
This is hard, low key.
Yeah. I'm honestly more inclined to -1. But
I
what do you have to say, yeah?
I will put him at -1. I I see it as a minus 0.5, but I can also very much see it as a -1. Um, that's funky to be honest. Like I don't know, that
Yeah.
one's funky.
Yeah,
Um,
that's a weird matchup for sure.
I think that's just like funky, and in a way I can't really describe. I guess it just feels funky. Um,
Yeah, I think funky is the word.
I'll keep him at -1 for now. I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Villager, even
I think like you're right. I don't know if he's annoying enough to be
he's
-0.5.
non.
Yeah, I think
I
even's fine. I actually agree with even. I agree with even.
I think he's more even than he is minus 0.5. But I
No, I
I
see
had to
it.
think about it. I really feel like I have to think about it, you know?
Like I
Because
think neutral can be annoying.
Lloyd
Disadvantage
Rocket
can be
isn't that bad. We can kind of just nair it sometimes. A nair is just good in general, but he's just good at running away, I feel like. I
yeah,
think
that's the
that's
thing.
it.
Like I feel like he's good enough. Maybe -0.5, but very close to even. Not sure though.
I
Like I
think
think
it's
both are right. I think
even.
I'll just give you the call on this one because I feel
I
like
think
he's
it's
annoying.
even. I think he's. I'm gonna keep him at even for now.
I think even's fair. I think it's -0.5. I don't think he's worse
I
than that.
agree. Villager
Yeah.
is good at running away. That's but we have Nair and moves to deal with it. I think in a similar vein, Mega Man is good at throwing moves out that are projectiles, but we have shit to deal with him. I think Leaf
Yeah.
Shield is our main like enemy half the time. Um, yeah, I think
Like I feel like Kirby got like I think even though neutral's annoying, I feel like if the Mega Man plays like I feel like Fair is just really good against pellets. Nair is really good against pellets. And I feel like any other projectile individually, like we can deal with it.
yeah,
And I
exactly.
feel like
Nair is good against
I
pellets.
yeah, like just our moves are good against pellets. Even though you should like you don't use tilts to challenge pellets,
No,
like
of
they
course
are
not.
good at brawling with Mega Man, you know?
Nair like always if you would hard like if you nair and time it well, you can beat out 2 pellets consistently, even 3 sometimes. Um Side B you can crouch under and you can also just nair or like beat it out with a move or you know.
Yeah, or like
Uh,
just shield it, you know?
yeah, Metal Blade. If he throws out Metal okay, there's 2 versions of Metal Blade technically. If he throws out Metal Blade with neutral B, um you can catch it. I wouldn't advise it. Metal Blade, you can nair through it as well, which is funny. You can shield it, of course. But if he grabs Metal Blade and throws it, like tosses an item, you can actually just crouch under Metal Blade if he tosses it, which is something really big I do. I like crouch a lot in this matchup because you can also crouch under pellets. Funny, you can crouch under lemon, you can crouch under side B, you can crouch under item toss. Leaf Shield is the bane of our existence. I feel like when it comes to
it's
moves.
so annoying. Like it should be less annoying than what it actually is.
It's hard to challenge. When you do challenge it, like I feel like a good amount of times we just lose, but like occasionally our backer will hit Mega Man. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, like I feel like neutral. It's definitely annoying. Like I don't enjoy playing neutral against Mega Man, but I feel like Kirby got like more than enough stuff for it to be very consistently playable, and I feel like our advantage is really good. Like in
I was gonna add
particular,
to
or
that.
edge
Yeah,
guarding.
I was gonna
I
say our
feel like
edge
we can
guarding.
just
I think Mega Man has a good recovery. Don't get me wrong, but I think he has a very predictable recovery.
Yeah, like he got a few mix-ups, but as soon as you know how the opponent like likes to mix up, I think it's deceptively even easy to HR, you know, like if you know they are going to side B, or if you know they are going to high up B, or if you know they are going to just go and try to grab the ledge, I feel like, or even just like not grab the ledge and double jump, like I feel like all the mix-ups are not that hard to punish.
I feel like ledge trapping against Mega Man specifically isn't bad. It's not the best. Mega Man's ledge trapping is good. Don't get me wrong, but I low key feel like we have everything against it. If he just charges his smash attack, like forward smash, whatever, it's the same thing as Aura Sphere. Just time your neutral get up through it. I feel like we just have a decent amount of mix-ups, and although it is scary with back air, we can not worry too much about it. You can also suck and cuck Mega Man. I don't really think you're ever going to get the chance to, because the way Mega Man likes ledge trapping means he's probably not
He
gonna do
won't
it.
get close, really.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think it's an alright matchup. Like I think minus 0.5 is a really solid Mega Man placement.
Down air? I mean, Mega Man's down air is a little scary, but like,
it's
slow.
That's actually
the thing. It is slow,
and
so sometimes you can just kind of predict it.
Yeah, like if he downer, because if he wants to downer pressure, he has to like be he has to be close, and if he doesn't get the exact hit on like your shield that he wants, then suddenly he's like in your face, you know, which is like exactly when you want where you want him.
Exactly.
Yeah. Plus 0.5, Loki.
I agree. I do agree. I think this could even
plus
be a
one.
plus one. But I think
we can do plus
know.
1.
I feel
think
more
it can be plus
confident
1.
against. I feel like more confident against Wii Fit trainers than I do Falcon, I guess. Because I think Wii Fit hitboxes are just not that good. I think that's the main issue.
Yeah.
I think Wii Fit's
And by not that good, I mean they are
good.
They are low-key horrendous.
Well, it's not okay. Against other characters, I could see them being very, very scary. But like, if you're a short motherfucker, I don't think you really see them as scary, because like, oh shit, Wii Fit's F tilting, one of her best kill moves. Crouch. Oh shit. She has to go for down tilts now. Just be wary of that. It's slower. It has like more shield stun, yeah, but it's also laggier. Up tilt. Her up tilt.
Like shield and punish. You can like shield and punish like most of Wii Fit tilts.
Yeah, that too. I feel like all of them are kind of laggy-ish, and by that I mean you can just kind of punish them. Deep breathing is a war crime. It will kill you extremely early if you're not like vigilant about it.
Yeah, I feel like this matchup, even though it's winning, you have to play disciplined, because if you just try to like go in and mash, then you will get cheesed, you know?
Did you see all of my Let's Make Big Moves run? I had to fight Oolong into
Joe numbers,
yes.
That was actually kind of blessed.
I don't think that was like blessed, because it was so weird switching from like, I don't remember who I fought, but they played completely differently. Oolong was like Xavier type of thing, where it's like rush down Wii Fit almost, and more willing to throw out hitboxes. And once I adapted to that, I was like able to win it. But then I switched to a completely different playstyle. And John Numbers is the campiest Wii Fit I have ever seen in my life. And the first two
Yeah, I
games,
can see that.
I'm pretty sure we like John Numbers won the first two games. And then game 3, I'm like, why am I approaching ledge? I have a lead. Wait a minute. And I guess I just stopped being stupid and like falling for a lot of the ledge shit. And that's when I just started winning and reverse 3-0ing.
Yeah, I feel like that matchup definitely like because yeah, and both playstyles can be overwhelming, like the Xavier with it and the John Numbers with it, but they are so different too, right?
Yeah,
So
I
you have to
agree.
like kind of just like know what they are going for and yeah, just kind of like play right. But I feel it's a good matchup.
I can agree with that. What about Rosalina and Luma?
-1 or -0.5. Yeah, I agree
I'm
with that.
giving you a
I
call.
I,
What do you want?
I think it's a -1.
I'll put it there then.
Yeah,
Rosa's just honestly, I feel like Rosa in general, not even just against Kirby. Rosa is one of the best characters at walling in this game.
yeah, for sure.
Luma
Like,
is just a wall.
if you don't have like a really clear move to deal with Luma, I feel like she's just hard to fight. And like Kirby got moves, but I don't think he got
Her
like,
move
yeah,
is
this
Nair,
move
but
kills
she can
Luma.
still just
Like
run.
Obby's alright, but not amazing. Dash attacks alright, but not amazing. Aerials tilts are alright, but I feel like Rosa is really well equipped to deal with characters that aren't like very disjoint heavy, you know?
I I just think Rosa's walling is what makes it annoyingly hard.
Yeah. I think our advantage is pretty good. Like I feel like we can ledge guard and ledge trap and all that stuff Rosa pretty well.
I agree.
And she dies early. But I feel like neutral and disadvantage, but mainly neutral is hard enough for it to be like -1.
I I can see where you're coming from, and I can agree. Um, I think it's really weird, but I do agree with what you're saying. Little
Yeah,
Mac.
+1, right?
I think it's just there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Little Mac low key. If you don't let Little Mac go to the stages he wants to go to, which is like actually it's the stages we don't like, which is like Battlefield, Small Battlefield, and Hollow, because he's really good
yeah,
at not ledges, at platform shit. He kind of just doesn't have that much. The neutral is like kind of annoying, but it's just play patient and play better. And once you get in, you can do shit. Um, that side B is actually pretty easy to contest most of the time with like down smash at ledge, which is pretty good because it sends at a horrific angle for him.
yeah. I also like doing like the like at higher percents the up B shockwave to
Oh,
like
that's smart.
just
Yeah,
enter the side B. Yeah,
kind of like what you do with
I
like
also feel
Ike or
like
Chrom.
even though Kirby's are like the like in general most characters can like kind of play around Little Max. I don't know for like smash attack and tilts. I feel like Kirby's out of shield game and the way it works, it's really good against Little Mac. Like
I
there's
think forward
basically
air out of
nothing
shield
that
is
we
really good. Yeah,
cannot punish on shield. Yeah,
on space down tilt we can't punish.
we can.
If he max spaces his down tilt on our shield, we can't punish it with a straight forward air out of shield. He has enough time to shield.
Hmm. Even then, it's pretty uncommittal. Like I feel like Little Mac cannot do that much out of shield. I don't know if up B is that great. I feel like it's
Reverse up
alright.
tilt.
Probably.
Reverse up tilt on our shield is low key fairly safe. We can back air it though.
I also
Like
didn't know that.
if we're facing back, we can back air it. F tilt.
That's fair.
There's no real way for Mac to avoid a punish with F tilt, but F tilt is 2 hits, so you kind of just have to be smart. All the
Yeah,
smash attacks. Actually, down angled F smash is a little scary, just because if your shield's like hit it all, it's gonna break. You just have to be aware of that
yeah,
part. Um,
yeah. I agree. Like it
yeah.
can be a little scary, but I don't think. I think +1 is pretty obvious in this matchup.
I low key hate this
I
slimy ass
yeah,
motherfucker.
I don't like it. I -1, solid -1 in
I
my
think
opinion.
Greninja is a solid -1. You secondary Greninja.
Yeah, I feel like this matchup's just not great.
I agree. I think the reason it's not great though is just cause neutral B.
You think? I feel like Greninja actually got I feel neutral is obviously pretty annoying, but I feel like also just the way he plays neutral works surprisingly well against Kirby. You know?
I agree. I think neutral B is just a really big annoyance that makes me hate him. I think Greninja's low key really hard to hit as Kirby.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
Do you
Yeah,
Greninja
neutral is
Ditto
just
this shit?
sorry.
Do you Greninja Ditto?
Do I Greninja Ditto? No, I don't. The only character I play Greninja for is Steve, which isn't even that good of a matchup. But I played Mo, like the Greninja player, a few times,
Yeah.
and I've never lost to him offline.
Wait,
I don't know if I've lost to him on
Mo's the
Wi-Fi.
Duck Hunt Greninja, right?
Yeah.
Okay, online I found out how to beat them finally. It took me a lot of tries. But I beat their Duck Hunt online for a long time, and then I couldn't beat their Greninja for a long time. And then I figured it out. And it's like with Mo, online specifically, with Mo, I mash a shit ton the second I'm in their area. Like,
Yeah.
I drag my balls against my controller and mash.
Like I feel like what works against Greninja because I'm kind of a Greninja down player, even though I hate the matchup. But I feel like Greninja is so linear, and I feel like Kirby actually can kind of abuse that because, like, he got like 3 neutral moves:
Dash
fair,
attack, down
nair,
tilt,
and dash
fair.
attack.
I mean, I
But
disagree. I
even
think there's
then,
more. I think Nair,
okay, obviously,
fair,
like
dash
there's the
attack,
Shuriken,
and yeah.
the back air's pretty good. The down tilt is like a move. It's pretty good too, right? Like not like I'm exaggerating, but I feel like just shielding and or knowing when to overshoot against Greninja is pretty important. And I think just playing that matchup aggressive like kind of works, but obviously careful, right? Like knowing when to shield dash attack, knowing when to parry. And I also feel like being off stage against Greninja is pretty scary because like being never feels too safe because you can get hydro pumped. So you kind of need to like rely on air dodges. And you can also get baggered, right? So that's not great.
Yeah. Oh my god,
Yo, I'll be
I was so mad at something recently. Did you
about
did
me, brother.
No, not about you. About Greninja. Did you I was at a Level Up Expo, right? And there was a matchup
Uh-huh.
on stream of Tomato Smash, the Kirby player we coached,
Oh,
and
versus Sight Knight. Yeah, I watched
yeah,
that.
I watched that live. I was there. You want to hear the worst part? Right before the set came up, I was playing a money match, and Tomato comes up to me and is like, "Yo, JeJaCord," and I'm like, "Yo, what's up?" And then I'm like, "Oh shit, you're Tomato," and blah blah blah. And Tomato asked for advice, and I gave him all the Greninja advice. And then he like wins game one. I'm like, "Let's go!" And then it looks so close to an upset. He's got a huge lead. It's last stock, and then I see a fucking I turn around, bro. I turn around. I made a mistake. I turned around in real life to go do like buy a water or something, and I look back and I just see Greninja fucking forward air him, and it just killed, and I was so sad because I
Yeah,
thought
I
he
watched that
had it.
like obviously live, right? But I feel like Greninja is like so good at catching like
Jumps
desperate
like
jump,
that.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. In general, Greninja can punish like a lot of defensive options really well just because of like the way his moves work and the fact that he's really mobile. So like if you do a bad air dodge, you will get punished. If you do a bad jump, you will get punished. If you I don't know man, mash in the wrong place, you will get punished. I also feel like Greninja's punishing him against Kirby just because he's a floaty is really good because you get like dragged down for years. You get down till last match that I don't know 75 and die.
Yep.
That's honestly pretty degenerate.
No, I agree. I think you're correct.
Yeah,
Palutena.
probably even or plus 0.5.
I'm you and I have a lot of Palu experience, which is really
Yeah,
funny. But I'm gonna let you make a. What do you think it is? What do you think it's closer to? At this specific point, I think it might be closer to 0.5. But if you say
I
even, I'll
think
put it
zero
in
point 0.5
even.
is fair. No, I think 0.5 is fair.
The reason is You fight Chag a lot, right?
Yeah. Even though
Who-
he plays Min Min mostly against me now.
I fight Arcty so much too. Do you know who Arcty is? Have you heard of him?
Yeah. Yeah, I think he
The Peruvian
top-8ed.
one.
Yeah. Yeah, he top-8ed the one owning one.
I think yes. He also won a seed tier in Peru.
Oh, that's insane.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
yeah,
from Peru.
yeah. I know who are these. Yeah.
Yeah, he's from Peru. He goes to Michigan. He's in my region during school year. And then I go back to PNW and he goes back to Peru. And during winter break, he won a C tier in Peru.
That's actually so
Yeah,
hype.
we were very hyped for him. I don't remember. He beat Castle, I think, in Winter's Final. Like the Pyramithra player.
Yeah.
Or that might have been quarters.
Yeah, he's really good too.
That's like the only match I watched. That's how I that's how I found out. But yeah, no. He's very good. He hates playing me. And every time I'm like, I think the matchup's even, and he looks at me and says, JeJa, you're fucking insane. That's like a +1 for you, bro. And I'm like, nah. And he's like, okay.
To be fair, I don't think it's that good. Like I feel like most Palutena players are just not great against Kirby. Like I fought Toru in the record a few weeks ago, and he was actually playing it super well.
Oh
like,
yeah, I fight Toru sometimes too. He's really good.
Yeah, but I feel like that's more of like him being really good, right? Like I feel the matchup still plus 0.5. Like here is just sure you can advantage state Palutena. Palutena's advantage state actually isn't even that great against Kirby, which is like her edge guarding is alright. It's good even. But like I mean nerd change you don't get she doesn't get more than 30% if you just mash your SDI up. And like yeah, I feel like it's just a pretty solid matchup. You get combos, you get pressure. You don't get hit.
I think the thing that makes it kind of hard, in my opinion, is like Palutena just has good mobility and evasiveness. So sometimes she's just good at evading. Her ledge trapping is kind of scary.
It is.
Dude, I'm just remembering Arcty. I remember Arcty was so happy because you know how hard it is to hit back air on Kirby when he's crouching, right? It's hard to hit like back air or nair on like a crouching Kirby. But like I remember we were playing at a regional and me and Arcty ended up it was an Ohio regional. We ended up in winners finals and he beat me game 5, right? Because he just started forward airing and he'd never done that. And forward air actually is decent at hitting Kirby while crouching, right? But I just kept getting hit. And I lost to him and then I beat whoever was in like losers finals and then I came back to grands, but I had a plan. I like went to the bathroom for 5 minutes and I sat on the toilet to take a shit and I thought to myself, what the fuck do I do against a forward air? And I came back ready because I just started F tilting. And it just beat his F like forward air every time. And then he was so happy when he beat me because he's like, it's a forward air matchup. I finally learned how to play it. And then he like got reverse 6-0'd in losers. I like 6-0'd him and he's just like, I think this matchup is horrible. I think it's -1. You can just fucking F tilt me again. It was really funny.
That's actually so sad. I feel so bad for him, man.
I felt kind of bad.
Where
but,
were
like,
you doing that?
I realized I can just F tilt and win whenever he's facing forward and then crouch whenever he's facing backwards. And I just sweeped him after that. And that's usually how our sets go. He comes in with a new game plan. It works for a little bit, and then I realize I'm stupid and I have a solution for all the problems he's giving me, and then I do it. And then I win.
Yeah.
That's Palutena in a nutshell.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think it's a solid -0.5.
Okay, thank God you agree with me.
Yeah.
I just think Nair and like all of our moves in general are really good. We're boxing, we're pretty good. In general, I think it's not bad. I think
Pac-Man is just
annoying,
pretty
that's it.
good. Yeah, she's like good at not getting hit at times, and yeah, I mean
feel like me and Pac-Man
disadvantage
trade a
is also
lot.
good.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like we're trading a lot with Pac-Man, I won't lie.
Yeah.
I think all the fruits are fine. I think copy ability is really fun. And I think Bell is the only thing we really have to worry about. But being smart, using Nair smartly to like clash with Bell or beat out Bell is really good.
Also, I didn't know until like 2 weeks ago that crouching actually
crouching reduces the time on Bell.
That's insane.
Did you not know that?
I did not know that. I didn't.
Do you want to hear how I knew that?
How? Was my fountain or something?
Oh no, JDB was my doubles partner in the PNW before I left for like college. He was like my static for a while. So like, I have a lot of experience with this copy ability in particular. And one thing me and JDB do sometimes is JDB will put down Hydrant, and then we'll both just like camp for not Bell. Well, we will camp for Bell, but at early percents we'll camp for like Galaga. And so I got really good at just like doing shit like that, and I realized at some point that Bell does that. I think someone did it against me in doubles, and I'm like, what the fuck? I should have F-smashed him. It should have worked.
That's actually insane. Like, I don't know how it stayed hidden for so long.
The literal only reason I knew about it, I saw MKLeo do it, by the way, a few weeks ago. That's where you learned it, right?
Yeah, I feel like that's how everyone found out, but I feel like nobody knew, you know?
It's good. I think I only learned about it because of doubles. And I don't think I use it enough.
Fair enough. I think it's scary to use, you know? Because, like,
scary.
even though rationally, you get less Bellston, it just feels like you're putting yourself, like, in the mouth of the shark, you know?
I agree. But, like,
Yeah.
if he does a normal throw, he still has enough time to F-smash. But his dash throw is really laggy. I didn't realize that part. That part I actually just did not know until I watched the MKLeo part. Because, like, yeah, I never realized that Pac-Man dash throw is really laggy.
Laggy, like, a lot of startup or a lot of end lag?
A lot of end lag. It's really fast startup, but it's really slow end lag. That's why MKLeo didn't get F smashed during that scene. Because T did a dash throw instead of, like, a normal throw. Because if he just did a normal throw, then MKLeo probably could have reacted with something. But if he does a dash throw, it's not reactable at that point. But then he didn't have enough time to F-smash because he did the dash throw.
That's actually so smart.
I didn't know that. I will lie. The crouch thing and like the bell reduction I knew about because I've as a Kirby player with copy ability, I have seen it. But like I never realized how dog cheeks Pac-Man dash throw is.
That's insane.
I didn't know that until like I would never do that if I was MKLeo in that situation until I realized, oh, dash throw bad.
I think that's fair. Robin, even or slight winning?
I think it's probably.
I think that's fair. Like I feel like Kirby may always say like, yeah, Robin is one of our few winning matchups. I feel like it's actually not bad, obviously, but I don't think it's that great.
I agree.
Yeah, like neutral is not that comparable, like especially from afar. But obviously, if you get close, you get like a lot of combos, and our advantage is really good because he doesn't have like invincibility in his recovery, and also like just you kill Robin, you pressure Robin. Like Robin cannot really challenge Kirby up close, but like, obviously neutral can be annoying. Disadvantage can be annoying.
Robin kill power is annoying.
Yeah, actually, Robin is.
I think that's why I'm putting him in even. I think Robin is one of the like characters who just consistently has kill power.
Yeah, like for a sword character that struggles with small characters like Kirby, he sure is good at killing,
He's so good at just murdering.
Yeah.
It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, I think it's a fair placement.
Oh.
-1, I think? Oh, -0? Okay. Okay, I can see that. I actually can't.
I think... No, I'll be honest. I'll say it first. I'm a little bit of a Shulk unbeliever. I don't believe that much in this character. And I think if you told me, like, if you told me at the beginning of the game that Shulk would be, like, closer to even than losing, like, -2, I wouldn't believe you. I'd probably put Shulk here because I think he was the most annoying character in the beginning. But then, like, I got good. That's the entire sentence.
I wholeheartedly agree with you.
If
I
you-
feel like the better you get at the game, the easier Shulk becomes to fight.
If you say -1, I could believe you. I'll even agree with you. Sure, I'll put him in -1.
I think
But like,
it makes sense, -1, but I totally see what you're saying.
I'm cooking a little bit of something here with -0.5. I know I am. But like,
You totally are.
what do you think? I want to hear your opinion.
Like, I would also put him in -0.5, but I feel like -1 is just the correct placing. But I honestly just feel so comfortable against Shulk these days that I don't know, man.
I like fighting Shulk too. I think Shulk has a lot of good stuff. I think he's even scary, like sometimes.
Like, I feel like Shulk neutral is just such a simple sword game plan that if you know how to deal with like sword shit in general against any sword character, you will be able to fight Shulk and just like not getting desperate. And I feel like, I don't know, man, Kirby just works against Shulk. Even though Shield Art is annoying as shit, obviously. Outside of that,
Shulk
and
can
Smash
live
Art
a
is
long
scary,
time.
I guess.
I think Shulk can live a long time because of Shield Art, but like low key, I know I'm cooking.
Do you know what? Do you do a -0.5?
If you're up for it, I will let you choose.
We can do a -0.5.
We're gonna get flamed for that one later.
Yeah, no,
Honestly,
for sure, we're getting blamed for that
I'd
one.
rather
Also, we
I'd
didn't
rather
even
get flamed
mention.
for Captain. What'd you say?
We didn't even mention it, but like the ability is like.
Oh yeah,
obviously
copy
really
ability is
good, right?
broken.
Yeah.
Oh, suddenly
Yeah, what else is there
the
to
rock
say?
paper scissors of Monado Arts is the funniest thing to me, cause like, oh shit, Shulk went into Smash. What does Kirby do? He goes into jump or he goes into shield, and you just run
Yeah.
away. Like, oh, you don't want to play the game? You go into jump. Oh, you want to forward air? You go into speed. Oh, you want to live? You go into shield. You want to do stupid shit? You go into Buster. You want to do stupid shit at ledge by ledge trapping them? You go into Smash Art. Like,
Yeah. Actually. Yeah. That's also, I just love skipping disadvantage with jump.
for
It's so
some
fun.
reason, I have a winning record against every Shulk I've played. Bismuth from the PNW, winning. Jared is king, winning. Dufo, winning.
I don't think I actually feel uncomfortable against a single Shulk player.
I get scared
Right on.
sometimes because, like, you know, I'm at ledge and they're in Smash Art and throwing forward air, but like, I'm not super uncomfortable in neutral. I'm like, aside from their ledge trapping, there's nothing that like super scares me, you know? Their ledge
Yeah.
trapping and their
Yeah,
edge
like-
guarding is the only time I'm like uncomfortable.
Like, he's definitely, obviously, not an easy matchup, like exactly what you're saying. Like, he can be annoying, but he's definitely not that bad, I feel.
I agree. We're gonna get flamed
Yep.
for that, but oh well. I'd rather
Yeah,
get
no, for
flamed
sure.
for Captain Falcon. If Captain Falcon main said, nah, it's a fucking -0.5, you know what? I'd agree with them. I'd say sure. But like, I low-key feel
Nah,
like
I
I'm
think it's
cooking
a
with this
+1.
I
I think it's a
low-key
solid +1.
Yeah, but no, I'm just saying, my confidence in Shulk is more than my confidence in Captain Falcon.
-0.5 or even?
I actually have zero clue. I'm gonna be honest. It's one of these two.
I think it's a bit more lean towards, in my opinion, -0.5, but not that much.
Sure.
like she's just annoying, right? Neutral is not hard, but not easy. We get juggled, kind of. We get edge guarded, kind of. We get killed early,
Kind of.
but like he's combo food. He gets edge guarded too. We can overwhelm him with like our aerials. Like it's not a bad matchup, but it's not good
It's
either.
That's definitely a weirdo one in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't think it's that bad though.
I'll keep it there. Duck Hunt.
Yeah. I saw Sock's matchup chart where they said like it's even.
My fault.
How is that matchup even?
Mine is 0.5.
I agree. Even though I despise Duck Hunt, like I actually cannot stand fighting
What?
Duck Hunt.
Seriously? I feel like there's
I
so
feel like
many
I'm just
worse.
with-
There are so many more annoying characters in this game than Duck Hunt.
I feel like I'm just not good at it. Like I feel like I just do not get
Dude,
where the openings are
I
at
think-
exactly.
I think it's my fault. Zog put this character as even on their matchup chart. I
Maybe
think-
because I saw I actually looked for sets of Kirby Duck Hunt and I saw you play them and like you won. So maybe you feel comfortable against Duck Hunt, but I don't.
What specifically?
I feel like neutral. Where's my opening in neutral? He just throws
Okay,
moves.
I thought
and...
so. Offline, I have a 2-0 record versus Zog. Here's the thing, right? Duck Hunt is weird, but Crouch is good. Using running and crouching, like running down tilts, is really good because Can gets sent over you. Frisbee has multiple versions. Frisbee has heavy throw and like light throw, right? And I think medium throw. I know for a fact. Yeah, there's multiple throw versions. One of the throw versions is Duck Hunt will throw the Frisbee faster. Duck Hunt can throw the Frisbee slower. It's not even a Frisbee, it's a Clay Pigeon. Clay Pigeon can go faster, slower, and I think there's a medium one. I might be high on that one. I know for a fact there's a slow and heavy, like a heavy and a light version though.
Yeah.
And the light version's better for comboing because it'll hit you slower, meaning Duck Hunt has less end lag by the end of it and can just combo into the next one. But like both of them, if you're close range against Duck Hunt and like mashing down tilt, both of them will just go over you. Like straight up, both of them will just go over you if you're at the like correct range. Down B, right? The fucking men. So the Mexican dudes, right? Do you know what order they come out in?
Is there an order? I thought it was
No,
random.
it's a randomized set order. So what that means is they're like playing cards, right? Every time Duck Hunt throws out one of his down Bs, it can't come out again. There are 6 gunmen. Every time Duck Hunt throws one out, it eliminates it from the pile for now. If he throws out another one, then that one can't come out until all of them have been cycled through. So it's a randomized cycle. It has to go through all the gunmen first. So if you just pay attention, sometimes you can just know. Yes. And all of them have like unique stuff, like unique timings and distances. But you can crouch, crouch under 4 of them or 5 of them.
Yeah, because like I'm pretty sure you can crouch under 5 of them. Like
It's the small one. It's the one that. So the one that kills is the short Mexican man with the shortest gunfire. He can kill, and that's it. That's the only one that really kills. And you can't crouch it because he throws out so short.
Fair.
Honestly, like if you F tilt Can, like if you're scared of Can because it's right next to you, you can kind of just like slowly walk away a little bit and F tilt it towards Duck Hunt, and then cool. The way Can goes is depending on the move you throw out. People will say it depends on the way Duck Hunt or whoever you are is facing, but it's more complicated than that. I can't remember exactly, but in general, it's just in general, it's not a bad tidbit. If Duck Hunt is facing forward and hits them with a back air, it's going to be like sent towards you. But if they beep it, it's going to come towards Duck Hunt. Do you get what I mean with that one? Like if Duck Hunt back airs Can. If Duck Hunt back airs Can, and then pings it with neutral B, it goes towards Duck Hunt. Like
that's actually really good to know.
Up air 1 Up air 1, you know how Duck Hunt has 3 hits on up air? Up air 1 will send it backwards, up air 2 will send it forwards, up air 3 will send it backwards. Or flip that, sorry. Up air 1 is forward, up air 2 is backwards, up air 3 is forward, forward being the way Duck Hunt is facing. Duck Hunt Downer, I actually don't know. Duck Hunt Downer is 2 hits, but I don't know which hit reverses the can ping. Also, the openings, quote unquote, they're hard sometimes, I agree. But like, you know Duck Hunt's gonna run away if they're gonna put themselves in the corner. And it's low-key kind of bad sometimes for them. Like, there's a lot you can do with that. Copy ability is fine. I don't think copy ability is super important, but if you get it, you get it. And sometimes I get it. Just learn how to use it. F-tilt's really good at, like, abusing can and, like, using angles on up-angled, F-angled, or down-angled F-tilts to slightly change how far can goes. That's really smart. Ping it right before you hit it with up-angled F-tilt's really good. Stuff like that. And then, like, ooh. Edgeguarding Duck Hunt's low-key kind of annoying just because of can.
But you can, like, go below the can and it works, right?
Yeah, you can sometimes just down air can as well. Like, if you're scared of can, sometimes you can just nair it or down air it and, like, throw it away. And then hit Duck Hunt with, like, the following move. Or you can go below it, you can down B it, and then, you know, down B past the can, hit Duck Hunt. If you have copy ability, I low-key just throw out my can and then go edge guard. And then use the can and Kirby to edge guard Duck Hunt better. Or, like, I'll use my can copy to hit their can and then hit Duck Hunt.
That's actually
there's a lot
funny.
you can do. I feel like there's a lot you can do, but it's definitely not even.
Yeah, I don't think even. Like, I feel like Kirby, like, when you say all of that, I feel like, wait, I should go test it. But I don't feel like it's an even matchup. Like, I feel like neutral is just a bit too hard for it to be even.
I think I agree with you for the most part in that sentence. I think it's fine though. Like, I don't see any problem with it for the most part. I'm chill versus Duck Hunt. I've beaten Zog and I've beaten Embo Z. Like, I'm not super worried about that matchup. Embo Z is tough though. Embo Z is a tough dog. He got that dog.
Yeah, I fought him in. I fought at Best of the West and we were like game 5, but he's rough.
Ryu and Ken.
Ryu. I'll give you this one, man.
Nah, I'm giving it to you.
Biased.
Listen,
No,
you have beaten better Ryus than I have. I have beaten Ike and you beat Asimo, so it's your call. But you agree with somewhere here, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
I think
cool.
it's plus 0.5.
Okay, cool. It is.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's plus 0.5, man.
No, I agree.
Like, we're small, we can brawl, we got like all that good stuff. You know the good stuff, right?
Did
the
you
bad
see?
stuff mainly, like, if there is good at the matchup, which I think is like a lot of Ryus are not good at the Kirby matchup, but if there is good at the matchup, like, neutral can be a little annoying.
I agree. I think Loki Vendetta is really good at neutral.
Yeah. Yeah, like Mao from, like, here from Mexico, he's also, I feel like, really good at fighting Kirby neutral. And we also just, like, die pretty early, right?
I agree. No, that's a huge thing.
Yeah. I feel like those are the main two things, because I don't think disadvantage is, like, bad. Period. But yeah, mainly neutral can be annoying, and we can die early.
Did you ever... I don't think you should watch it, but it's really funny. If you ever watch my set versus Icon, it was just me camping Icon at ledge the entire time.
Yeah, I did see that.
Did you see Icon get a game, like, lead game 3? And halfway through the game, everyone in the crowd starts screaming and, like, popping off. The crowd was popping off because Icon got a 10% lead. And then Icon, in the middle of the game, took a selfie with me. And it was the best thing I've ever seen. And then I suck and cooked him.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I feel like exactly if the Ryu does not know how to deal with those situations, it's just probably a +2 for Kirby, and I'm not even exaggerating. Like, the Ryu needs to know when not to engage for it to, like, work, you know?
I agree. Yeah,
Plus 0.52, I don't think it's better than Ryu. I don't think
I think it's the same. No, I agree. I think it's the same.
Fighting Yasuo is like...
Fighting Jaws
I
is hard.
hate fighting Yasuo.
No,
I don't like fighting Yasuo.
Actually, I disagree. I love fighting Jazzo. I think fighting Jazzo is really, really fun. I actually have a lot of fun whenever I play Jazzo. Jazzo's not only the chillest dude ever, but our playstyles our playstyles are so fun because it's like footsies until I get a lead and sometimes randomly decide to camp, and it's just fun. I have so much fun with it.
Like, I feel like fighting Yasuo, obviously great dude, you know, but I feel like I just get, like, I just play, I don't know if play better, right, but like I just get more hits and like have a lead all the game, most of the game, and then I just get down tilted or nared or something at 40, and then my air dodge gets red or something, or my jump gets red and I die.
Yep. That's why I like fighting him. Dude, he did something insane to me, right? I was at kill percent for sure you can. But I don't know if you know, but like I have really good SDI, right? So he knew this. He knew this. He knew I was SDIing hard out to get out of Shoryuken. So what he did was do medium Shoryu on the ground instead of heavy Shoryu, which means I couldn't SDI it. And it barely killed, and I was like, whoa, that was really smart. And I'm like, yo, why did you do medium there? And he's literally like, because you were gonna SDI the fuck out of my heavy. And I'm like, yeah. That was really smart. Damn.
Having good SDI against Ryu honestly against Ken, sound like really a lifesaver.
It is. It's better to have better SDI against Ken than it is Ryu for the most part. It screws Ken more.
I agree. I guess Ryu is also good because like you can sometimes SDI up and evade like some combos, but I think like that's about it.
Cloud.
Minus 0.5 probably?
You think?
Yeah, I don't think it's that bad. I could see it being -1, but I think minus 0.5 makes sense. I don't know what you think though.
I could see it as a -1, but I think I see it more as a -1, but I can see it as a -0.5.
Yeah, like I feel like neutral isn't that hard, but definitely isn't that easy. Like I feel like we just get pressured a lot, and our shield gets like destroyed because we need to shield so much in that matchup. And if we like fare like not smartly, then we get a beat. You know, like it's not comfortable, but at the same time we just can play a very like it's simple. You know, like we can overshoot, we can just shield aerials and like play the shield RPS after. Like, it's not that complex, but it's definitely not that comfortable. But I mean, our advantage is good. We can edge guard, we can combo.
I think Cloud's kind of hard to combo. I think part of
I agree.
is because he's so thin, and his up air is a frame 1 move, like frame 1 animation.
Hurtbox shifting,
Yeah, Hurtbox shifted the hell out of.
Yeah, like it's not. I actually don't think it's that bad, but I don't think it's comfortable. Like I think again, fighting a good Cloud is very uncomfortable. But it's not that bad in my opinion.
You know what? I'll leave you there. I'll leave it there. Corrin. I think Corrin is our worst sortie matchup.
I can see it. I think -1 is a fair placement.
I think. Were you thinking something else?
Like I was potentially thinking -0.5, but I think -1. Like I feel like disadvantage against Corrin is harder, and I also feel like
Landing versus that
neutral
bitch
is
is
uncomfortable.
so annoying.
Yeah, for sure. Like stoning to ledge kind of works, but yeah, it's not a comfortable matchup.
I agree. I think Corn just like
Yeah.
has the frame data and the like length to deal with us really well.
Yeah, like I don't think it's that much of a complex matchup. Like a big store doing big store things, but it's not comfortable.
Bayo.
A weird one. I feel like this is like a weird matchup to like
I think
rank.
I think Bayo's a -1.
I can see it.
And the
Like, I feel like
reason I'm saying that, I want to say the reason, is just like, Bayo's really good at being a campy ass motherfucker.
I agree. Like, I think like that's one of the main things. That if Bayo wants, she can be straight up untouchable. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, the main thing that Kirby got, I feel like, is that she struggles to kill,
And she's light.
and that she's like, yeah.
You were talking about the Sheik effect, like hamster death. I feel like Bayo is the hamster death character. I
Yeah, I
feel
can
like
totally see that.
she gets down tilted at 50, like down tilt, trip, F smash, she dies. Like, I think it's like that with Bayo. But the problem is Bayo just doesn't need to be in that position in the first place.
Yeah. Yeah, like I feel like Bayo, if she knows how to play neutral against Kirby, is not like really a hard character to fight. Like before for Bayo, you know?
Yeah.
Like I feel like if she knows her stuff, like she can just like move around, and also like, she is really like rewarding on hit, right? So like you need to like kind of try to catch her, but at the same time you cannot get careless or you'll get hit, and you do not want to get hit by Bayo, which sucks. But yeah, I think she's just like really annoying. I can honestly kind of see a -0.5, but I totally get why you think she's -1. Like I think it's a fair placement.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep her there. Inkling?
I think she's a pretty annoying -0.5.
I agree.
Yeah. Like I do not
Yeah,
like
I
fighting a good
agree.
Inkling, you know? But I don't feel like she's good enough for the matchup to be worse, you know?
No, I can wholeheartedly agree with what you're saying there.
Yeah, back here's annoying, we get booyed, that's like, we get HR'd at times, we get ledge trapped. Neutral is hard, I think that's the main thing. Neutral is not easy. But at the same time, like, we can kill her better than she does, and we can also just like pressure her shield. We can HR Inkling disappearingly well too, you know? So yeah, I think she's like an annoying -0.5. Like I think she's more annoying than Diddy Kong in neutral, which is kind of insane to say.
Fair.
Ridley's actually a weird one. You think? Well,
I could see it as
no,
even.
I actually agree. Yeah, I was going to say even, but I think
Kirby has the tools, unlike a lot of characters, to deal with Ridley and push his disadvantage really hard. I think our advantage against Ridley is just really good, but neutral is what makes this matchup hard.
I agree. Yeah, I
just
think slide
Nair.
moving is actually pretty fair. Like I don't think it's actually worse than Palutena, for instance, you know?
Yeah, I think it's just Nair. Like, his Nair is so good. That's it. That's like everything Ridley has. It's just he has a really good Nair. Out of shield, like just for catching people, edge guarding, for hitting us in general, making stuff annoying. And he has like sword moves like F tilts. And it's like it's
Yeah, I think
hard to
F-Tilt is
get
pretty
in
good
sometimes.
against Kirby.
But like once we get in, I think Ridley really struggles.
Yeah, like
he like not particularly heavy, and yet he takes 80. Like I think that's
Exactly.
just nice.
Like Ridley is the fakest heavy in the game. He has the big body problem without the weight.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Okay, so I really suck against Belmonts, but I could see it as a -1.
Did you say a -1?
If you want to say, -0.5, I agree. Okay, because I think I am just not good against Belmont at all.
Well, okay. We can keep them there for now.
But like, I think it's like a personal thing, you know. Also, my cat just got into my room, so like, if you hear a cat, that's my cat.
We love cats. But anyways,
Cats are like so cute. But yeah, I do not like fighting Belmonts. I think like they are so annoying. Like they're just really hard approach, you know. Like I feel like they are even harder to play neutral than Samus, for instance. But I feel like their disadvantage is obviously like a lot worse. So like it kind of balances out.
I'll leave them there.
I think she's a +1.
I'll put him +1.
Yeah, I feel like neutral is not hard at all. Like Kirby got the tools to fight Kirby in neutral. I feel like Kirby combos are pretty easy, pretty good against Kirby, and I feel like Kirby advantage state, like edge guarding and comboing, especially, are both really good against Kirby.
I agree. No, that's the entire thing. I agree. I think K. Rool just has super linear recovery. Is very easy to like deal with. Like I guess in neutral, he's annoying. Like that's it. If you learn how to deal with Crown, it's not the worst. He takes like 80. He just has to take it. No,
Yeah.
I think it's just good. I
Yeah,
think
I
he goes
agree.
next to Villager. I think it's the exact same. Like, not the exact same. I think it has a very like similar amount of problems. I think Isabelle is slightly more annoying than Villager, but then like
Really?
that's it. Yeah, I just find her more annoying to deal with sometimes. That's about it. I don't think it's worse by any means.
I think each level is actually easier than Villager, but I totally see your case. Like I think both are even, you know.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's just like Nair beats out projectiles she throws out.
Yeah.
Lloyd on the ground, whatever it's called, is just not that threatening most of the time. Like unless it's like ledge trapping, it's not really threatening you. You can just run on it and shield. You can Nair it, you can F tilt it, you can kind of just throw it away for the most part.
Yeah. I think even or slight winning.
I'm gonna put him in even. I agree with that.
Like I think it's just a pretty explosive match.
I think I agree. I think I think Incineroar is the explode character in this game. Straight up,
Yeah.
I think Incineroar is the most explosive character in this game.
I could see it being slight winning just because I feel like Kirby is both better in neutral and can explode Incineroar better.
I think even makes the most sense, I'll be honest.
I think we can do even.
Piranha Plant.
I think slight winning.
I'm gonna be honest with you still. I do not have enough experience to really say. I feel like it's either even or slight winning for sure. If you say it's slight winning, I'll put him there. Or I'll put her there.
I'm not sure. Like I feel like I've never fought that capable enough Piranha Plant to actually make that assessment.
That's my issue. Lucky
But
isn't
on
that
paper-
far. But like, I don't know, bro. It's hard.
I feel like neutral is like good for us,
I agree.
and Pichu is actually insane ability,
I think it's good, yeah.
and the charting is
Not that bad.
pretty easy. I think
I
the
agree.
charting is like nice.
I agree.
Like, what does Piranha even have against Kirby, you know?
With like just Raw coming up, nothing really. But like,
I think
they
we
still
can
have
put like
decent
winning for now.
Okay, you know what? Sure. I think they have decent hitboxes. I think this is even.
Yeah.
I think Gun is probably one of the most insane abilities in the game. I think in neutral, Joker struggles to hit us a lot. I think like even gun camping, we can kind of just deal with it by using platforms to our advantages and catching their landings or catching them when like they stop gunning. Arsene's a little bit scary for sure. Learning how to deal with his hitboxes is the best thing you can do about it. And yeah, Crouch is good as well because it goes under gun and gives you time to react to AHA.
Yeah, I feel like he's one of those like CSS type matchups. You know, they're fast, so hard to hit. Body work small, so hard to hit as well. But I feel like if the Joker plays it well, it's a pretty even matchup.
I agree.
If the Joker plays it well.
This one's hard.
Yeah, I think it's minus 0.5. But I'm not sure.
Even though I beat Beast Mode Paul, this matchup, I think, is low-key our most volatile matchup.
Yeah, I agree. Like, sometimes I feel like it just feels so comfortable, and sometimes it just feels so sucky.
I really don't know.
I would do minus 0.5, just because like I feel like neutral can be annoying. Like neutral is definitely not comfortable, but if you know kind of how to approach and just like knowing how to shield and how to not shield, it's alright. We get good enough combos, or edge guarding obviously not accounting for Stoom is good enough. And I feel like Kirby just like solid enough against here, you know?
Sure.
We can sometimes just die though, which isn't that great.
I'll put him there for now.
That's fair. I don't like Banjo. I personally despise Banjo. I could do -1, but I don't know if that's my bias. I just feel like
I feel like you might
neutral.
be biased. It's
I think -0.5 is a fair placement.
no, I feel you with that -1. I really do, but like, he's just kinda there. I feel like, as weird as it is to say.
Like I feel like even though he's so fucking annoying,
It's just his air camping that's annoying, honestly. Like he'll jump up
yeah,
with
but
like,
it's annoying.
he'll jump up with his uppy and stuff and then grenade. And then like grenade's hard to deal with sometimes. You can catch it though, and like yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I think -0.5 is fair. Like I don't think he's good enough at anything to like, you know, just
I low-key would rather fight a Banjo than fight a hero, you know?
for real.
Yeah, I think I'd rather deal with a Banjo than the hero, because this shit, if you told me -1, I would have agreed on spot.
I don't know how you'll take this, but I would rather fight a Game and Watch than a Banjo. I
What
just
the hell is wrong with you?
really despise that fucking character, man.
I despise Game & Watch so much more than I would ever. What about Banjo do you hate that much?
I don't know, man. At this point, probably just his face, man.
Dude, you are the second person I've met like this. And the first person I met wasn't even a fucking Kirby player. They're a Roy player. And they told me my least favorite matchup is Banjo. And I had to stare at them and say, you play Roy. Sword Roy. What? Why are you complaining about Banjo?
I feel like I just learned to resent Banjo. But honestly, yeah, I do agree. He's not that bad. He's just really annoying.
I know Guilhew's least favorite matchup now. Okay.
You do.
I think this goes with the other Shotos.
Yeah. Yeah,
Same
I mean,
thing, basically. Terry's more explosive as well. Terry can be more explosive. Other
yeah,
than
but
that,
I feel
it's
like
very
you can
similar.
play a lot more shield heavy against Terry than other Shotos.
Fair enough.
Yeah, we got it.
There really isn't that much to say.
I think that's even. I low-key think that's even.
Really?
Yeah.
Make your case.
I think neutral against Violet, if you know how to play it, is really comfortable. Like, just like knowing that he needs to like space his shit because he's not that great at brawling, especially against us. So you can really just like play around, you know, like just play around the way like the specific Violet is trying to like just space him. And yeah, I feel like just neutral, if you know what you're doing, is really comfortable. I feel like advantage is really comfortable as long as you don't specifically like overextend the guarding. And I feel like disadvantage isn't even that bad. Like, the bad part about getting hit is just like occasionally getting cheese. But I don't feel like any state of disadvantage is like individually like that scary, you know? And yeah, I just feel like it's pretty alright matchup.
Okay, you know what? I'll let you have it. I'm putting Min Min even.
Me too, yeah, I agree.
Arms are
Wholeheartedly
just
agree.
like Nair through arms. Fair does good. Our advantage state against her is brokenly good. She can just keep us out with Ram sometimes, which makes the matchup hard. She has enough kill power to be a little bit scary at higher percents. Oh, that's about it.
Also, the copy ability
Is good.
Like,
It's
the
nice.
fucking dragon does 31 for whatever reason.
Yeah, because if you hit both hits into each other, it's stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the matchup, I think.
Sephiroth is even.
I feel tempted to say that it's plus 0.5, but I think even it's fair because he can be pretty annoying and pretty scary.
I'm a little tempted, I won't lie.
I mean, we could do it.
Fuck it.
Yeah, I think I agree. I agree, honestly.
Pyra
Minus 0.5.
Kinda do agree.
Do you think they're worse?
No, I kind of just agree, I feel like.
Yeah, like Mitra, if the Mitra knows how to play evasive, I feel like it's when the matchup is at its most annoying. And disadvantage can be annoying. Yeah, or advantage is good, you know? That's about it. Okay, plus 0.5.
You know what? Yeah, I'll put him with the other Shotos.
Yeah, I could make a slight argument for plus 1, but I mean, it's Katlia, you know,
yeah.
so he just is a bit too explosive.
I think Sora's -1.
I agree. I could honestly, like, I would have argued before that he is minus 1.5.
I would have too.
But I don't know. Like, I feel like it's more just him being so annoying. But I mean, he doesn't have that complex of a game plan, you know? Like, he's just really annoying. I could still see minus 1.5, like the best of it.
I can too, but
like, I feel like if I fought a competent Sora, I would say, yeah, no, this matchup is so annoying.
Yeah, you low-key.
I don't know what you think.
No, you low-key have a point.
Fair enough.
Oh, the Mii's are all that's left. Shit. Brawler. Probably?
Even? Like, we had cheese. And
We
I
both
feel like
have
that's
cheese.
the only...
We low-key both have cheese.
Like, the argument for even is we get cheese, but that's, like, legitimately the only thing that I think Brawler actually got in this matchup. But the argument for losing is we really get cheese, you know?
I'll put it in even. I'm down.
Yeah, that's fair.
I low-key have zero idea.
Yeah, I think minus 0.5 is fair, and we can move on.
I don't even know what to say about Mii Sword Fighter, I'll be honest. What do you think about Gunner?
I think Gunner. Okay, so she's not
If
bad
you
enough
say it's
for.
worse than Samus, I'm going to kill you.
I wasn't gonna say that,
Okay.
but I was going to say I don't think she's bad enough for her to be like minus 1.5. But I definitely think she's not that far away. Like I think minus 1 is just solid.
And that, my friends, is the list.
That is the list. Holy shit, how long have we even been here?
Let's
you
find
know?
out. We've been here for 3 hours.
3 hours.
Dick.
Holy shit. That's
Good
so
night,
cute.
everybody. Woo!